if we can talk to our sister now, Amoye's Corner. Amoye's Corner, is your network
Yes,
better now?
yes, it's much better. I was in a terrible place. So
Okay.
sorry about that. Yeah.
No, that's
I want to, yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to Life with Natu. She's one of my people. I'm so glad to see her. Thanks to her for the support. I appreciate it.
oh,
And
okay. You
so,
introduced her to this channel.
yes,
Oh,
because I've shared it before, and I talk about it when I have my lives with them,
oh,
so they know
thanks.
about the channel. So some of them come. So I really want to appreciate her for doing that.
Thank you.
And she's also and Natu, when you have time, please come up and share. She has a lot of great information from the north. She's a northerner, so it really is. It will be nice and refreshing to hear from her. So when you
One,
can, Natu, please do come on. Yeah, so like I was saying, right? A resounding amen to our pastor. And again, Mr. Niger Watch, did you want us to focus specifically on the topics with the 32 passengers and articles expose by his former aide? Is that what
um,
you're saying? Because a lot of
yes.
people have been, digressing.
Yes, they were digressing with affiliated topic,
Mm.
but yeah, if you're digressing with the affiliated topic, that's fine. For the
Okay.
passenger, we have not, or that is the second segment. You know, we are not
For
talking
the
about that.
Edo one,
Yeah, we are not talking about that now.
okay. Okay, so I'll leave that for now then. So anyway, like I was stating earlier, like I had the opportunity to stay up late and watch Brekete Family to the very end because I really wanted to hear what our principal had to say. One thing I have to give to our principal and all audience worldwide is that we're one of the brightest, strongest, resilient group of people. I don't know where we all came from, but it's almost like everybody is on the same is on the same page with what's going on in Nigeria. And I really, really, I'm so grateful for our principal because he has a wealth of knowledge. That man is not saying half of what he knows. He's holding back a lot, you can tell. But in any case, I didn't know personally that the Nigerian Port Authority that's been owing people salaries that worked for them, especially in the on the Warri side, have offices in London and a guest house. And somebody will now come here and want to justify that this these people should be allowed to come again and finish what they started. Isn't that madness? I mean, I don't understand. Isn't that course that pastor has spoken is already out in the atmosphere? It is exactly what's going to happen to these people because I don't see any normal, any sensible person that will look at the state of things in Nigeria where people are now cannibalizing themselves for food, eh? And say and have the audacity and the boldness to come forward and still clap for the same people and be talking about how they have the strategy, how they have the structure. What structure, please? Is it the structure of evil? Seeing them, use against the people for over 60 years since 1960? Is it that same structure? Anybody that does not know what time it is, I don't know what else to tell you. If you are looking to still be convinced, I don't know what to tell you, because that means that where your head is way down, further down than the deepest parts of the ocean. Either whatever it is that you're gaining has blinded you, has made you so deaf to the cries and the pleas of even children, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here, right, to allow anyone insult my intelligence. Mr. Niger, what you might need to block me today because I
Did
will
they hear
not
you? Did they hear you? Did
give
they hear you? Fire them,
anybody,
fire them. Did they hear you? Did they hear you?
I will not allow anybody insult our intelligence, If Nigeria has not happened to them before, if they are not presently in Nigeria, currently suffering or experiencing what other people are experiencing, they do not have the right to speak on anything. They don't. I am sorry. Because I did not come here to play. I have better things to do. If you know you cannot take the heat, you better leave the kitchen, because it's going to be hot for you as we speak. I don't see anybody that will look at the faces of parents crying, burying their children because of hunger, selling them at the borders because they cannot afford to feed themselves. And you come here and try to justify why you think. Please, do you even know how this movement started? You have no idea how it started. So how would you know where it's going? How would you know? Every day the man is increasing in leaps and bounds. You say anything negative against Peter Obi, it works out for his good. You say anything good, it triple doubles it. Anything you do, he bounces back 1,000 times. Is that the kind of man that you want to say the structure and the strategy? The strategies have failed and they will continue to fail. When this movement started, when they're saying, oh, it will fade away, just give it a few months, give it a few days, it will fade away. Here we are. Now, he is now one to be reckoned with. Without him, if anybody, any of those their spokespeople that they sent to national TV to go and address the issues or talk about, look at how dull they sound. They look empty. They don't even have anything to say because they are marketing a terrible product that they had no business marketing. And I keep asking myself, these people who present themselves to be spokespersons, do they realize that they also can run for presidency? Isn't it a monumental shame that somebody in their 50s, in their 60s is running after an ancient people for handouts? So in return, you say lies upon lies upon lies. You spew all the lies. You try to twist yourself in a corner to defend pure, unadulterated evil. I don't know what to tell you. With regards to the guy that came out and spoke about the video you played about the man that came out to speak about Atifku, it is only the beginning. They have not seen anything yet. Wait, there'll be more. Because guess what? This movement is touching the conscience of those that were a part of this corrupt institution. The conscience is now awakening in them to realize that, oh, man, this is bad, because a lot of information is coming out. Wait, there'll be more. They cannot touch that man, because if they do, problem. Every ego scatter. Let it scatter so that we'll know where to start fixing the country from. This is not about where you come from or where you don't come from. I don't care where you come from. My question is, are you for the good of everyone in Nigeria, not for the few? With all the money, all the bullion vans, is not working. It failed. How many people can you buy? Look at the rally this man had in Edo State. See how sparse the crowd was, mostly bought crowd. With Peter Obi, you don't need to, anywhere he goes, he's like weed. Now, so people will run, follow him like bees, swarm of bees. On board for people that are not sold out to anything, just by believing in what the capacity of this man is, they are moving with him. There will be more expose in the coming days. And I want to quickly use this opportunity to sneak in. INEC. You people are pretending as though you don't know what's going on. People are going to INEC offices, they are not picking up, they are not giving them their cards, because they are trying to keep those cards back so that they can rig the election with it. I'm telling you, it will fail. It is already failing. This is not mouth. This is what is. Because when you don't know the direction of the wind, you cannot determine where it's going to land. This is the rock. This is the movement that you're seeing right now. If you like, do anyhow. You do anyhow, you go see anyhow. Not be threat. It's just what it is. Because there are a lot of curses on your head and your generation after. They will eat from this soup that you are cooking. It is a fact. It is a fact. Because I don't see everybody on this panel can run for president in Nigeria. Or you think you're too small to do it? You can run for president. So for you to have the audacity and the courage to come up and start to spew your very shallow, myopic, devilish, and demonic strategies, it will backfire on you. Where is the strategy? Where is the man that has come out, Agbado? We've never heard him say anything. Anytime he comes out, he becomes a TikTok star. Look at the recent Edo State rally. Nobody knew what he was saying. Rubbish and nonsense. It sickens me that even the very so-called educated people and some diasporans are holding this man like Nadia. Now they want, hey, guess what? They say, now Yoruba saying, I believe, dog when one perish, they hear the whistle of the hunter. Now so it be. So as much as we will talk here, let me just say this. We are going to talk from now to tomorrow. The dogs, when they go lost, they go still lost. Nothing we fit do about them. Because we not fit convince people when get eye, ear, see what they happen. Even if they not get direct family, they get relatives when they suffer. We not fit convince them. If they say na ignorance, they want die put, we not fit hold them. Because that date has been assigned already for them to get lost. So their ears will be deaf to the whistle of the hunter. Make I know to talk.
Thank you.
I go yield for now. But Mr. Niger Watch, I won again. Maybe you were going to ban me today because I came ready. I yield.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for your time with us. Continue to share and like this broadcast. Let's move on. We're just seeing the super chat now from Dr. Alexander Gomez. Thank you very much, sir. And with a message there, keep the fire burning, folks. I wish Peter will be the very best in the upcoming election. My heart weeps for the victims of the Edo train abduction. Yes, we're going to be discussing that soon. That's why we are now rushing now. If you check the time that we give to the first people, it's not the same time we're giving to others now. Okay, meanwhile, let's quickly move on. I'd like us to, the next person here now is I think is, oh, the turn is zigzag now. Okay, let me take some calls. I have some callers here. Hello, Efe, my brother, good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello, bro. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Turn down where you are watching me from. I'm hearing myself. Turn that down.
Okay. Yeah, don't pause her.
Okay, go straight to the point. Now, 1 minute you get. 1 minute.
Okay. I'll manage her because the topic now, the past one minute, but I will respect the law.
Thank you.
The issue is that Niger Watch. Okay, I just want to make this example. Can you imagine country where security not there, country where the security not there in Nigeria, they build train. Country where lights not there, they build train. Country where we say short, nothing is working for Nigeria. Now, okay, yes, for Europe, yeah, everything, even police for here, for this Western world for here, for Italy, even Germany, Austria, police where not they wear uniform, and many past police where they wear uniform. Can you imagine that kind of thing? Okay, that one cause it come out there. Okay, all those past, all those that deal, all those people, where are they? Because they know why they are pretending because of their selfish interest, because they don't want maybe say tomorrow, all those senator, all those our evil politicians, maybe they know they go there and church again. They all of them, they know what they are doing, bro. They know what they are doing. So don't let anybody not deceive us for here. Even all those big stars for Nigeria, musicians, where are they? You are here every day fighting for Nigeria. I don't want to be like monkey they walk about the job. The fact you have been doing this thing for long, although you are making history, you understand, for your great grandchildren, you understand. But if it's set for Nigeria, all those big stars, may they not say Europe, America, Canada will contain them. Because this is the time Nigeria, we need their help. They have to speak, they have to do something now. If not, I don't know.
Thank you.
That's just my contribution.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you. That is our brother there, a very passionate one. He wants Nigeria to become a better place by all means. That's what we're doing here. Anyhow you express your emotions, your concern about Nigeria right now, trust me, you cannot expect everybody to express it in the same way. Yeah, every one of us are pained. It's just that some of them choose to be selfish. You know, that's why I'm still surprised to see 1 or 2 persons supporting Tinubu or Atiku. Yeah, it's surprising. But meanwhile, I appreciate you all. Continue to share and like. I have another call here because a couple of people have called since. Let me quickly return 2 calls, just 2. I wanted to, you know, whenever you guys are contributing, I really don't want to stop you. Not that calls are not coming in, but stop somebody that is already giving their submission. I think is not nice. But let me see if we can call 1 or 2 person back. Okay, this is not picking. The last person is okay, Mr. Saratin was also calling in. Let me quickly call him back as well. So that's the best that we can do now. And callers, if you're calling during the time of submission, I'm sorry I can't pick calls at that time. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for calling in. Please talk to us in 1 minute. Hello? Hello, you are not talking. I think you are not talking. Hello, the noise on your background is too much. 1 minute.
Oh, okay, sorry. It's my daughter that
No, yes. Yeah, please. Can you sort that out now, please? You're on live. Go ahead. Talk to us. 1 minute.
Okay. I don't know if you saw the video I sent.
We are live, sir. You wanted to contribute or because you called because of a video you sent?
There was a discussion that was going on about pastors or something like that. I said the problem. I told somebody even on Sunday. I said pastors they are among the problems we have in Nigeria. See, because they were not involved right from day one. That's why Nigeria has been destroyed.
Okay.
See, they used to think that Christianity has nothing to do with politics. Even in the Bible says we should take dominion. What is dominion? To be in charge of things. Because they have the ignorance of the word of God. They thought maybe politics is different from being Christians. So that's why you see pastors will be talking of prophecy. God does not reveal anything like this is going to be a president. We are the one to choose. So God cannot say anything. This one is the person. We are the people to say, and we are the people
what we want. Yes.
Not until they convince everybody hands together. Say this is the person that we want to be, because God has listed out the criteria.
Okay.
The quality of
thank you. Thank you, sir.
No, already.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I will check out the video. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right. Somebody was calling me with a video call. I don't know what that means. Why are you calling with a video call? I'm live. I'm here. I'm on air. Everybody can see me. Then you are calling with a video call again. I don't know what that means. You know, a couple of you have done that before. I don't know what that means. Please don't call me with a video call. I'm here. I'm not hiding behind. Hello, madam. Good evening to you, Madam Deborah. Thanks for calling in. We missed your call earlier on. Please talk to us in 1 minute.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, madam. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening to all the commenters and all the people on the panel. I just wanted to contribute a little to...
Go ahead. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Going on right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to support what our sister Omoye Kuna said. Honestly, at this critical time, we shouldn't give room for any form of manipulation or anybody coming to play with our intelligence or trying to manipulate people.
Okay.
And I'm very much in support of what that pastor said. At this point in time, we shouldn't sit on the fence or try to cover up things, because so many lives are at stake and the country is at stake at the moment.
Okay.
So even the Bible says, when the righteous are silent, evil flourish. So this is the time we should speak out against any evil and not try to polish it or try to give opportunity for those people to continue to oppress us. So
Okay.
I'm fully in support, and I hope every other pastors out there that has any kind of platform to speak out should do that, because we know that Nigerians respect their pastors. There are a lot of people who listen to their pastors.
Thank you so much.
I hope a lot of them will use their platform out.
Thank you. God bless you, madam.
Thank you once more for the good work you're doing.
God bless you, madam.
Continue to bless you.
Amen. Thank you. And you too. Thank you. Okay, callers, I'm done picking calls for now. We can stay. If you call in, if I could not pick, don't worry, I'll call back. We normally call at least 2 or 3 people back. Meanwhile, let's move on now to the next person. Now is Mr. T. Mr. T, you have 3 minutes. I'm sorry that we're not going to give enough time for the last people that need to talk, because we have a second segment. We're already 3 hours, 20 minutes now. Mr. T, if you can hear me, you have 3 minutes. Talk to us. Good evening to you. Okay, Mr. T, you are not available right now. I'll move on to Emeka. Emeka, if you are there, King Emeka, good evening to you. Please, you have 3 minutes. Talk to us. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. 3 minutes is okay for me. In order for me, you've been highlighting or speaking on the topic of the day. So I joined in late. So what I got from the topic of the day is the article media aid, former aid, and the INEC delays. Any other one that I missed out?
Tinubu calling Peter Obi a staging man.
Okay, all right, that's an interesting one. Okay, I would to respect those in the panel and the viewers, I think it's really important to stick to the topic of the day. I know many of us do not do that, which is very disrespectful. All right, straight away, former article media aid coming about to speak on what he knows or some of the evidences that he has concerning corruption with article. That's an interesting stake. When I saw the news yesterday floating around and flowing and being disseminated around across the social media, I was wondering, okay, my question was, why now? And who is behind this individual? Because for someone who would be recording phone conversations, right, shows this person, like, let me say, for instance, take myself and you, Elvis, we are discussing on specific things, and we're in cordial relationship at a particular period, and then I'm recording your conversation. And when we fall out, I release those conversations. It shows probably I have some ulterior motives in the future. Or if that's not the case, there are some people who might have intercepted or go into teleco, because I know some telcos, they keep recordings and extracted it. So I don't want to dwell on that too much, but it's good he's coming out speaking. We all have some ideas or allegations have been thrown around the Waziri of Adamawa, Atiku Abubakar, on his corrupt behavior. But again, why did I join? I didn't want to join today, but I joined because of SPVs, because I just wanted to speak about it. Special purpose vehicles, him himself didn't know much about it, and Atiku didn't speak much about it. Like what Atiku said, he's right. Special purpose vehicles are vehicles. They are not companies, actually. They are entities that are created for specific purposes, right? They are created, you can create it for tax purposes. You can create it. I think that was what Peter Obi did for when he was doing he's trying to mitigate tax payment. You can create it to hide liabilities. You can also create it for corrupt purposes, like what Atiku revealed in his telephone conversation, which is really sad. Even if the EFCC investigates, they know. But how do they prove beyond reasonable doubt in the court of law to show that Atiku is responsible for this? It is very difficult. That is one reason why I fought the EFCC and their conviction rate. It is very difficult for you because he's not even a shareholder. He's not even a promoter of the entity. He's not even related in such way to the entity. And again, one of the statements or comments he made was consultancy. And if you notice, which I think a lot of people didn't pick instantly, that they were using it to fund their party. And again, it also indicates and shows the corrupt behavior of Obasanjo, because he promoted that idea to Obasanjo, and Obasanjo gave him 3 names. And I know Andrew Uba is a very, very close. He was.
You've used 2 minutes. I think you should quickly highlight on them, like I said.
Okay. It's a close aid of Obasanjo. It shows how both of them were very corrupt during their terms and what they've done to Nigeria. So I know I asked Madam Rita, what do you think about Obasanjo? She tried to navigate.
You tell us, what do you think about Obasanjo?
Yeah, in my own opinion, Obasanjo still remains the best president we've ever had since the inception of democracy for the Fourth Republic. But again, he had ample time to make this country move forward, but he did not do such. He did little with the massive resources and power within his purview. He would have done more. You know, we cannot excuse Obasanjo from this.
Do you think that he have any kind of regret now? That's why he's trying to.
Whatever regrets he had, yes, you could have regrets. But when you were there, why didn't you do that? You even pushed for third term, and now you are denying you didn't do that, which is not true. So keep your regrets to yourself.
But the good thing about it is that you still rated him as the best president.
Oh, yes. I'm very objective. I'm very, very objective. He still remains the best president we've ever had. He could have done more, especially with power. He could have done more, but he didn't. Now, let me quickly just use seconds to go over to INEC. I don't know why in Nigeria things don't really work. Why would INEC deliberately be delaying the collection of PVCs? Either due to their ineptitudes or lack of coordination. I just don't get it. Even to get your passport, you still find bottlenecks, and you wonder, who are these people designing these processes? Why do they keep ensuring that there's a process breakdown in doing simple things? We can't do simple things right. It appears that in Nigeria, to make you value something, they have to make it so difficult for you. That's why people now are shouting, give me my PVC. What are you doing in this office? What are you doing? What are you not doing in this office? We will die here without collecting our PVC. These processes can be simplified.
And before you go, Emeka, let me quickly add this, because I would like to hear your opinion on this, although we have another topic. APC man were caught today, I think yesterday, in INEC office, trying to segregate Igbo people's names out of those PVC that was right there at the office. The first question is, how did he get there? Because he's not an INEC official, but he's an APC man. He was caught, disgraced. Talk about it. I played the video.
Yeah, you played the video, but I like to do my own independent fact check. One, I can't, people said, what are you doing there? Number one, if he's not working for INEC, what is he doing there? What rights and privilege does he have to be in such office? I do not know about his party affiliation. I don't know if you have sufficient evidence for that. That's fine, but I do not know about his party affiliation. But if he does not work with INEC, he doesn't need to be in that location. And if he has been caught doing such, deleting voters' name from registers or from the database, I think he should be arrested and brought to book.
Yeah, he should be arrested. I support you. As we speak right now, INEC have not addressed it. What can you say about that? Because INEC is the biggest problem we have right now.
Well, I don't know why they choose not to address it. I don't know why they choose not to investigate. I don't know why they choose not to do some specific or take specific actions. In my own concern is the delay in giving and issuing people their PVCs. And like I said in my last submission, that should be on Thursday, the North is collecting their PVC at a faster rate than the South. Why is there a delay in the South and then the North, everything seems to be seamless? Then again, then finally on Tinubu calling P2B a stingy man, there will be insults, there will be jibes, there will be, specific actions to take just to bring down the opposition. You made mention of something that I just wanted to chip in, that Nigeria, what have we benefited from Nigeria? Now we say it. What did I benefit from Nigeria? A cheap education. Comparing my education with what those who go through the same process in the West, many of them have taken student loan that they cannot complete. They are still paying for and might even transfer to debt. So in comparison, Nigeria has given me a cheaper education. My tuition is throughout my 4 years didn't exceed 50,000 naira. Then also I benefited from Nigeria through the NYC. I was able to get practical working experience and being paid for it to see how the workplace environment looks like. So those two things are the two things that I think are benefited from Nigeria.
No, it's good you answered that. Nobody else referenced to that, but that's fine. It's good. Let's move on. I'll come back to you again on the second segment.
I'd love to ask Emeka question on that.
No question. Sorry, no question. Sorry.
Ask Emeka, you support
no question. Please stop now. I said no question. Why is all this now? Please. Let's move on to the next person. Mr. T, please talk to us. If you are right there, this is my second time calling you today. Okay, Mr. T, you are not available. I think I should remove you from the screen so that somebody else can come in. Because you are there, you are not there. So I'm removing you from the screen. We'll be calling you since and you are not there. So anybody that want to come in can use that spot, because I have a couple of people trying to come in and the space is being occupied. Okay. Yes. Okay, the link is posted again in case you want to come in right now, because some of you be trying since to come in. Let me move on now to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, is your turn right now. Talk to us in 3 minutes because we are moving on to the next segment. It's almost 4 hours. Thank you. Good evening.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Service. Good morning to my fellow Nigerians. I don't want to talk much. It's like I enjoyed what everyone was saying. They just said my mind. The case of Tunumbu issue, I think is another story, because it kind of is some things that he does frequently. Whenever he go to a campaign venue, he refuses to talk about the issues, because he don't discuss the issues, because he don't have anything to discuss, he don't have anything to talk about. So the only way to distract people's attention, he will keep insulting his opponent, you understand? Opposition keep insulting them. If he's not insulting them, he's kind of distracting people by using dancing,
Who are you referring to? You mean Tinubu?
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about Tinubu.
He's always insulting and he's not addressing what he wants to do for
because he don't have anything to address. He don't have it, because you can only offer people what you have. You can't offer people what you don't have. So he don't have anything to say. So the only way he will keep distracting Nigeria, like today now, we are discussing that instead of discussing what Tinubu, the issues, you understand? So now we are discussing all those things. So he's trying to distract Nigeria's attention from not saying the right thing. Because people will be asking him questions. What are your intentions? What do you want to do for Nigeria? What are your reasons why he wants to become Nigeria president? He's not talking about all those things. Either it's Tinubu insulting P2B or insulting Atiku, or he kind of dancing. Is that how you want to do become a Nigeria president? Look at that youth town hall meeting they had in Abuja. That's an embarrassing. For me, anybody that is there is kind of, they are insulting themselves. That is embarrassed to the nation. They are there without even asking any question. They keep asking, are you voting for them? Without any question. Nobody asked Tinubu any question. At the end of the day, they start dancing Buga. Is that how you want to rule Nigeria? So for me, I don't know, people. Sometimes I ask myself a question. Who do us? Who really?
What do we want? What do we want?
And because people there, imagine and look at the people there. They keep shouting. Even the Yaya Bello that was even campaigning before, I want to become the youth ambassador, youth. Imagine somebody like Yaya Bello shows that if Yaya Bello happened to become so-called youth president, he wants to become, he don't even have a vision. He don't even have a vision. So is that the kind of people who want to elect to become a president in Nigeria? That means you are taking us back again. So when I look at everything about the APC campaign, I begin to ask look at the Brekete interview that P2B did today. That thing alone, even within 2 hours, that they get almost 3 million viewers, because people are ready to listen to what P2B is talking about. But when Tinubu, because he don't have anything to offer people, and I'm still, when I look at people coming out on air, they want to, support Tinubu, or you begin to ask yourself, are these people really working? As in, are they really functioning? Because it's only person that is not functioning will be thinking that direction. Because if you are functioning with what is happening, okay, today Buhari followed Tinubu to a campaign venue. Buhari couldn't even endorse Tinubu in that speech. He couldn't even endorse Tinubu in that speech.
Thank
He
you.
keep advising Nigeria they should vote wisely, they should go, those kind of a thing. For me, it's an embarrassment. I don't want to talk too much in everything concerning Tinubu because I see it like a kind of a distraction to Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. All right, let me quickly say this. It's getting a bit obvious that some of you are the problem of yourself. I think you should filter that out yourself. To be honest, it's beginning to reveal both on comment section or on the panel. Some of you are a problem to yourself. You are fighting yourself for no reason. Just like you carry hammer, they hit them for your head, because simple instruction you can't follow. Now I'm beginning to see that some of you are the one creating problem here, but trying to put it on somebody else's head, which is wrong. I guess you all are seeing what is happening. Please, I don't want to go there. Thank you very much. Let me move on now to Mr. T. The third time I'm calling you. Are you available? Good evening to you.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very much available. I may have missed your call earlier.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
Due to some other things I'm working on here. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
But
please talk to us.
Good morning to you, or good afternoon, or good evening. To the panelists, to the people in the comment section, everyone watching and listening, contributing, just to make sure that Nigeria is back on track, regardless of what people may be doing, whoever may have paid you, or who is feeding you. The only thing we're sure is that Nigeria is bigger than you and I. And the cry here, the only reason why Mr. Elvis keep doing this every day is just to the fact that he wants to see Nigeria great again. And I'm very sure that same spirit is in Madam Rita Omoye's corner, Mr. Collins, Mr. Alex. Regardless of whoever is on here, on the panelists or the comment section, trying to create some disillusion in the minds of the people. One thing we must understand is that the time has come for Nigeria to be rescued from the hand of the wicked people. And so when light shines, darkness always runs away. Light does not need to announce itself. Whenever light shines, darkness will run. And now the light is shining, beaming on Nigeria, because we have one person among us all that has proven that even though I'm a governor for 8 years, the people gave me their power. They gave me their will. I will go and represent them very well without destroying their state. And that leader, that man of conscience, that man of character, that man of integrity, that man of impeccable character is in Peter Obi. And so Nigeria, I want you to listen tonight. If you're in Nigeria, listen and listen clear. If you're in the UK, listen and listen clear. If you're in Canada, wherever you are, and you're listening to us tonight, you're only listening because you have a passion for the country to be rescued. You have a passion to see that Nigeria will rise again. Killings everywhere. Just some few days ago now, we heard about the train station kidnap. People are dying. And so the likes of Tinubu and Atiku, I still wonder why they don't speak to the issues. Instead of attacking your opponent, why not speak to the issues?
Mr. T, you have only 3 minutes, okay? Please, be concise. Speak
to the issues and tell us what you're going to do to rescue the nation. Tell us what you're going to do to to alleviate poverty, take out poverty from the life of the people instead of attacking your opponent. And so tonight, people, it's just an admonition tonight that if you have your PVC, that PVC is your power. That PVC is the only power that you have, and that power needs to be used well to elect the right leader. And now is the time. Now is the time. And so to the pastors or to the bishops or to the clerics that are out there, encourage your people to make the right choice because the country is dying. To the imams and to whoever you may be out there, if you're a man of influence, talk to your people to make the right choice. And that right choice is not in other person than Peter Obi. We don't care what people say. We don't care whoever you are. You may have been paid to do whatever you're doing. We don't care about that. All we care about now is about the 133 million people that have been put into poverty by this evil party like Mr. Evis would say, the PDP and the APC. They are identical twins. And the only party that is different among them is the Labour Party. And so now you have the power, you have the strength, you have the energy, the youth out there. Go make the right choice. Go make the right choice. Vote for Peter Obi. And that's the person that we're clamoring for. He has everything that it takes to bring back the nation to his right course. And so please, people, we have just few days left. Go make the right choice, because the soul of Nigeria needs to be rescued. And I hear the floor.
So much, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll come back to everybody again. We have a second segment. Mr. Peter Okundaye, you're not going to be left out. You have your 3 minutes. Please use this swiftly. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Nigeria Watch panelists, commenters, viewers, and listeners. On Saturday, I said something that when INEC were collecting money from Edo State people, I said I blame the Edo State people who decide to bribe the INEC. We need to force them to do the right thing. Mr. Nigeria Watch and Alex said I should not say that. Anyway, thank God that my people have forced INEC to do the right thing. Today, with that protest they did, the whole world is seeing it. Different stations who could not know that INEC were collecting bribe from them now know that INEC refused to give Edo State people PVC. So I thank my Edo people for doing that. Then, if not, nobody will have heard of them, because in my Edo language they said, "We name it Ogbubu, bring it whether life or death, force him to do the right thing." So by the time we begin to force our people in position to do the necessary thing, the country will be better for us. For the Agbado who said Peter Obi is a staging man, that's the kind of stinginess we like. Because if Nigeria is staging like that, what they call foreign reserve will still be there. Nigeria will have even have their internal reserve, not to talk of foreign reserve. Because a staging man was able to tie road, was able to make children to go to school, was able to say, "Doctor, if you refuse to work with the money that you are receiving, I will not pay you." And the doctor said, "We want to be doing wuru-wuru." And he did not pay them. They got on strike. When they know that their own was no favor to the Anambra people, then come back to work. He start paying them. So we need that kind of things, that anybody put in office, he want to be taking bribe, seize this money, so that he will know that bribe is not good. Then he will force to do the right thing. Those are kind of stinginess we want. Not the stinginess that when you are stealing money, he keep on giving you more and more. So we don't need that kind of people to lead the country. Especially this time now, they said Nigeria have 74 trillion debt in our neck. So we need money to pay, not money to feed Agberu or feed Izigan. So we don't need anybody who think their ifness that they can make Yahoo to become the best in the land. And because those things they call Yahoo are ritualists. So we don't need anybody with influence killing of our people anymore. So we don't need them. So that is why APC It's no, you cannot just vote APC because except if you want killings and kidnapping in Auchi Road to continue in Lagos Road and Ibadan, killing of Owo, killing of Igboho family, killing of Fulani Kanu family, killing of the other. Hello.
Your time is up. Thank you. 3 minutes, I said. Thank you.
But it's not up to 3 minutes. Okay, no problem.
It's 3 minutes 45 seconds now. All right. For what you stated earlier on, yes. The other day we countered you. It was how you presented your statement. We are not here to argue over that. Nobody opposed anybody from protesting. But if you mentioned, oh, people should go and protest, nobody would counter you. It's how you presented it. That's why. But we shouldn't go back there. So I appreciate every one of you for all your contribution today. I would like us to move on to the next segment. Please continue to share this broadcast and like. We're going to do 1 or 2 break before we move on. But before that, I want you guys to see what was going on here. You remember I showed a video yesterday how Oshomole were telling Tinubu what to say on stage, not knowing that the mic were capturing his voice and our eyes were capturing his movement, body language. But on this particular video, you're going to see how the Lagos State governor was doing the same thing in another rally. So that means I'm not sure that many of us have been concentrating on this for a while. Maybe that's why we didn't know. But now, henceforth, we're going to be concentrating on this area to know if they've put any kind of devices in his body to communicate with him, or if they are doing it physically and all that, like with currently saying. Let's see this. Just watch when Tinubu said Obi. He continued to say Obi, was confused. He doesn't even know what he's saying. So the Lagos State governor was saying import and export, import and export. You know the year with they talk. And they tell you say import and export, you still say Obi. Before Tinubu now say, okay, no verse. I don't know, so you talk that one now because I don't know what I want to talk before. Let's listen to this.
Obi, import and export, warehouse economist. Obi, why did you do that? Obi, import and export, warehouse economist. Obi, why did you do that?
Okay, when I see that one, all these videos, we picking them up. Although it's trending on Twitter, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Even the Oshomole's own yesterday, you guys saw when we displayed it. Let me quickly show you, because some of you are with us today that might not be aware of that particular video. Let me see if I can quickly recapitulate back on that video again. Please just give me a sec and see if I can find that video quickly. Oh, okay, yes, I think I got it. Let's see that.
So-called Yahoo boys to expert in manufacturing and creation of chips that the intercept and all. Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that the intercept and all. Only thing that the service is
Watch Oshomole's body language now. You want to start doing the work. Just watch him.
Is be president. You are confronted with this be president. A break for that.
Electricity.
A break for that.
Electricity.
A break for that.
Electricity, Oga.
These guys
I
are
brought
confused.
electricity company. Do exhibition, collect. Yeah. I support the Oba who say yes. Heritage must come back. But
Oshomole told him, I support the Oba twice. Then he now repeated, in fact, I don't want us to sleep here. I'm not sure soon that they see this thing. Let's say now, let me this here.
I support the Oba who say yes. Do exhibition, collect. Yeah. I support the Oba who say yes. Heritage must come back. But I will put Stanley. Support
Royal Museum. Oshomole, let me hear that one from now. See now, Tinubu want to kind of listen.
put Stanley. Support the Royal Museum. I will finance. I will contribute for it.
Everybody vote for Jagabo.
The Royal Museum. I will contribute money to build it. It is that their brain is in the desert. It don't rusty. And I will do it for Nigeria.
Oshomole said, I will do it for Nigeria. Then Tinubu said, I will do it. Oh, God, this man should be. If una be Tinubu found at the watch us now, I could advise una God making enjoy your old age. I understand it's a normal thing. When you are old, different things start happening. You know, I don't understand what is happening. You know, this is something else, man. This is something else. Let's see if my brother, you want to contribute? You want to contribute? Hello. You have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds because we are moving on to the next.
See, Nigerians. Hello?
Go ahead.
Nigerians, this is what I was trying to tell you when I was giving my submission. You see the way this guy is telling him, using a traditional things to influence the voter. Tinubu does not have an interest in that. That is to tell you that people are putting things there, say it like this, say it like this. That you see the way they dissolve this whole thing using these things. That is this sentiment I was talking about. It is very, very clear to you now how these people actually orchestrate ways of changing people's dynamics.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know a lot of people want to call on this now. Please, we don't have that time. We don't have that time. Let me finish this because I understand some of you have not seen this video. Let's finish this video. Every single thing Tinubu was saying here, where Oshomole were the one telling him to say it, right? Why the previous video, the Lagos State Governor, Sanwo-Olu, were the one telling him what to say. And I believe if we have to go back to scrutinize the previous rallies they've been, we will see more of this. Because many of us don't have the time, strength to do deep research like this. You understand? But this one, we go dig and come out yesterday. Okay, look, watch.
It don't rusty. And I will do it for Nigeria. Of ignorance. Shaku.
Homelessness. Or someone say homelessness. Listen, no. Listen.
Of ignorance. Shaku of homelessness.
Una see hey, boza. I don't know what they see. Make una they calm down, they take them one by one. My one down again. You Chomole na me fed a year before it reached Tinubu time. Even there was a time where Chomole take and say, "Oh God, I did tell you say Ochomole the verse." Because it be like saying, they listen to Oshomole. Then at that particular time, because Tinubu doesn't know what to say at that particular time, he started saying, Obi, Obi. Obi. This is the same name where Tinubu talk in the past. If many of you still remember, say it is a disgrace for him to mention that name.
So who is telling lies? Is it Tinubu or Obi?
Let's move on. What?
Shackle of homelessness and engineers.
What's it concern engineer and hopelessness?
Abi, you were not born. You were not in high school when they fought naked. About
no, that engineer way in Tokyo, I take connect more here that part again.
Abi of ignorance, shackle of homelessness.
What should be shackle of homelessness again? Shackle of homelessness. Can somebody interpret on the comment section? Because all these things, some of una go school pass us, they tell us what these languages mean. You know, shackle of homelessness. What does that mean? Because we need to understand.
Baba is speaking in tongues. Elvis, Baba is speaking in tongues. You don't understand. They speak in tongues.
No, maybe he meant to say that tackle homelessness. He wants to tackle homelessness.
Oh, not shackle.
Yeah, maybe tackle homelessness.
Mr. Elvis, there's a medical term called confabulation. He's making up new terms. He has a serious neurological problem.
Now, wow. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll call you back. You know, 1 minute, my people. Let's listen.
And engineers. Obasanjo and Atiku. Abi, you were not born. You were not in high school when they fought naked. About accounting, stealing.
We got to move on. Thank you very much, my people.
They give this man Orijo, give him Orijo, saute, they carry a come on stage, come get Orijo again.
Let's take a quick break with this and we'll move on. God bless you all. Please share this broadcast and like.
Well, my final comment is to appeal to Nigerians. No other person can build your country except you. This country is only country we have. And only us can build it for ourselves and our children. Only us can make the sacrifice that will make it work. We have an election coming up on the 25th of February for the election of the next president of Nigeria, which is the most critical. And I repeat, go and collect your PVC. That is the opportunity to contribute in electing that person of your choice you think that can solve this problem. We're going through a critical phase. This is an existential election for our country. It must not be based on tribe. We've heard that story enough. It must not be based on religion. It must not be based on anybody's tongue. It must be based on character that has a proven record that is verifiable and we can trust. It must be based on competence. Somebody who has proven competence with a verifiable background. We know his name. We know where he says he's gone to school, where he has been. In my own case, I've said it. My name is Mr. Peter Obi. I went to Christ the King College, Onitsha. I was in University of Nigeria and Nsukka. For trainings, I've been to several other institutions of the world, some of which I'm an alumnus, like Oxford, Cambridge, Kellogg, IMD, Lagos Business School. Some I wasn't an alumnus, but I passed through there, like London School of Economics, Harvard, Columbia. Edo. So I've passed through there. And you can go and verify by this. I'm a trader. I've lived in the UK. I was doing a business in the UK. I have a company. As at the time I left the UK, I have the highest credit rating any UK person can. The record is still there. The house I own in the UK is still there. What I did in the UK is still there. I ran a business. I came back here. I was the director in several institutions. No, I didn't just start today. When I became chairman of Fidelity Bank, they told me I'm entitled to 2 vehicles as chairman. I said I'm not entitled to anything. I want to come here and do board meeting and go. And yet you can verify. So I want people with character and competence. We want somebody who has commitment. Above all, we want people with compassion.
Okay. All right. If you are Tinubu supporter, you are here, you are watching us, please. Those 2 videos where I play just now, the one with this screen, so the one we play finish just now, my wonderful principal, Mr. Peter Obi, do comparison on your own. I not say me tell us here, go your room. You know, so you get mirror for your room or your toilet. Look yourself, ask yourself question. Are you deceiving the world or you are deceiving yourself? Are you a satanic person to the world or you are a satanic and you are the one worrying your own self? That's the question. Now, the assignment I give you with that. No one can give me result. Give yourself the results. You know you can deceive the whole world. We cannot deceive ourselves, right? That's what we see. Thank you very much.
Compare sleep and date now. They are 2 different things now.
So, all right, my people, let's listen to yesterday. Train attack. It happens in Edo State. You know, I remember back in March, if I'm not mistaken, the same train adoption happened, you know, in Kaduna, I guess, right? Kaduna. And it happens again in Edo State. These people, they don't care. There's no security. In fact, nothing is working in Nigeria. And all our police force or our security agent, they are all following millionaires, billionaires. If you check anybody that is rich in Nigeria now, you see between minimum of 10 to 40 police force are following them. These are where they make their money. But when it comes to public space like this, you know, no security agent that is there protecting the people. I would like us to listen to this and take it from there. God bless you all.
131 passengers and staff of the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) were believed to have been abducted by gunmen on Saturday at the Igwebe train substation in Edo State, while several passengers were injured. Edo State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Mr. Chris Nehahari, disclosed this yesterday during a media briefing. The State Police Command, in a statement yesterday, said the kidnappers were headsmen armed with AK-47 rifles. It said some of the passengers sustained bullet wounds and assured that the bush combing and rescue operation had begun to rescue the victims. Mr. Nehari disclosed that one of the kidnappers had been arrested and was currently helping the police in the investigation, while one of the victims escaped. He expressed confidence that other victims will be rescued in the coming hours. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has also announced the indefinite shutdown of the Ekenhe station in Edo State. Corporation says that the decision became necessary following the rising security challenges. Meanwhile, this will not affect the Itakpe-Warri train service. Managing Director, Nigerian Railway Corporation, Mr. Fidet Oheria, says the attack on Ekenhe train station will not stop the Itakpe-Warri operation. It's a lot to talk about. Very sad one this morning.
Very sad, Rufai, as you said, and very unfortunate. On a Monday morning, you know, what we would love to talk about on a day like this is just, you know, perhaps positive news around the economy or gains of the government around security. Unfortunately, 10 months after a similar incident in, you know, on the Abuja-Kaduna train line, we have another attack on a train station, or at a train station, this time in Edo State, southern Nigeria. Now, the details you've already talked about. Unfortunately, again, despite the fact that a number of reports have said about 32 people, the exact number of people who were abducted by these, would you call them kidnappers, bandits, terrorists, no one has come out to say that they're responsible for this. We don't have the exact number of people who have been taken away. However, what we do know is that the station manager, Mr. Godwin Okpe, as well as another staff of the station, were amongst those who were taken away.
Okay. I'd like us to quickly listen to Rufai so we can move on. I'm sorry, because of time. You can watch all this video right there on Arise. As you all know, I'm a big fan of Rufai, although I like the others, but because of time, and now we cannot play all the videos as well. So let's just listen to Rufai quickly on this.
If you remember, I think I probably will say it, and I said it when the March incident happened. It will happen again. And I'm not a prophet of doom. I feel for the family members, but it will happen again because it's Nigeria. And culture will eat strategy for breakfast, and we don't learn anything. You talked about the family. Let me start from the family. Are we even sure we have a proper manifest? Hope we didn't have ticket racketeering again, that some people bought ticket through black market means. Are we even sure we have a proper record of the people that bought ticket that were waiting on the tarmac for the train? Let's start from there. So where you can't keep a proper manifest of those that bought ticket, how are we going to contact the families? In the coming days, the families will start coming. I hope the Ministry of Transport will not treat them like they treat the families of the Kaduna victims, that they pushed aside and they told they were stupid because their own people were kidnapped. We are waiting to see how the Ministry of Transport will treat them, because when they come to protest, hope we know they have a right to protest. And hope we will not use them for photo ops again after so many months. Because when they release some of them, remember how we used some people for photo ops? They went to meet the president, they were shaking hands and all, after months in captivity. Hope we are not going to do that again. We don't learn in this country. I hope we even have CCTV cameras in that train station. Hope we have technology. Hope we have security. Because the place was isolated. What security measure was? That place was miles away from the Igwebe General Hospital. Isolated there in the bush. And it's not today we've had activities of bandits around that area. But what was done? Nothing.
Okay. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like us to quickly listen to what the Deputy Governor of Edo State have to say about this.
Panelist, Edo State Deputy Governor Comrade Philip Shaibu disclosed that the State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has instructed that all relevant state security apparatus be moved to the spot until they secure the safe release of the kidnapped victims.
What we are concerned about now is to get these people safe and healthy. That's what we're interested in. And you know, whatever we have to do, the lives of these abductors are key, critical for us. So it's not something that we have to just rush. They are putting all their professionalism in place.
Unidentified gunmen stormed the Igweben train station at about 4 p.m. on Saturday, shooting indiscriminately and kidnapped unspecified number of passengers waiting to board the train to Warri in Delta State. Meanwhile, the Edo State Police Command has disclosed that the gunmen who invaded the train station in Igweben have started making contacts with families of some of the kidnapped victims. Pius Nsogo reporting.
According to eyewitnesses who spoke off camera, said the suspected herdsmen armed with AK-47 rifles emerged from a nearby bush, shot indiscriminately, leading to some passengers sustaining injuries, and abducted many waiting to board the train to Warri on Saturday. As at Sunday morning, security personnel and other government officials were on the ground at the train station for on-the-spot assessment. Some local residents expressed dismay over the incident and called on the state government and relevant security agencies to provide adequate security at the train station.
This is the only railway that is close to the town where a lot of people come and board the train, and they also alert from the train when they are traveling. So if this kind of situation should continue, I'm scared it's going to affect the movement of people coming to this community.
It's really uncalled for that people can just come in here, attack this train station that seems to be one of the safest train stations as far as this country is concerned.
The Igwebe local government liaison officer, Chief Best Ose, said the state government delegation has visited the scene of the incident.
The deputy governor himself was here with all his full squad over here, and they have been here since. The state government is not taking anything lightly, and we are not going to rest on our own.
You can see this man that is talking now. You can see there is a hungry lion. The way he's talking in favor of the Edo State government. You can see the way he's talking. He's even smiling when we have about 32 people that have been adopted. Look at his head. Look at the way he's talking. You will know these are one of the people who care about their stomach in Edo State. Look at him. Look at the way he's talking. Look at him. Because if we don't mention it like this, some of you cannot notice what we are saying.
The state government delegation has visited the scene of the incident.
The deputy governor himself was here with all his full squad over here, and they have been here.
All his full squad. Who cares about his full squad? You see, we are the problem of ourselves in Nigeria. Because some people care about their stomach, why few care about how Nigeria will become a better place. It's sad. It's very sad. I'll store that video right there. I would like us to, I have another video here that I would like to quickly play. Let me see if we need this video. I'm not sure, but let's see.
The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has reiterated his call for the urgent need of state policing across the country after gunmen suspected to be herdsmen over the weekend kidnapped at least 32 passengers in a train station in Edo State.
Okay, thank you very much, my people. Let's talk. I'm going to start with the first person, but before that, I think I have a reaction here. Let me see. 1 minute, my people. Let me quickly take this reaction. Let me remove so many things on the screen. Okay, thank you. Because we have a lot of reactions here, I might be misplacing some. Okay, let's take it here from Emeka. Emeka said, it is a normal with the situation we find ourselves. You are saying it is normal because you or your family members have not been kidnapped. What a callous statement coming from a deputy chief security officer of his state. Okay, we have another one right here saying that from a Hosa, a total failure of government and a very careless statement from the deputy governor saying it is normal when no single police point in that vicinity, despite the huge security vote collected by Obaseki on a monthly basis. Okay, we have another one right here. After Obaseki commended the state security for their effort on security during his visit to the Oba Palace, less than 2 weeks, this happened. How are we sure they are S-men? Proper investigation should be carried out. Something isn't right here. Okay, let's see if this is affiliating as well. How can a train station not have adequate security? Now, una one move all securities agencies to the spot. Shameless people. If anything happens to any of the kidnapped victims, their blood will be on your hands, since it has now become a crime to be a Nigerian. Thank you very much, my people. That's the reaction from the concerned Nigerians right there. Let's quickly move on now and talk about this. Everybody have 4 minutes to round up. On this particular one, I'm going to be starting with Madarita. Madarita, you have your 4 minutes. Talk on this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to conjecture or understand why a mentally stable person will be clamoring for somebody who is clearly unstable mentally to take the reign of a sinking ship. I don't know. I'm trying to understand. You know, they have made a mockery on the style of how politicking should be done in Nigeria. I just feel like it's as if we're just imagine we're just in a stage or in a party organized by Nigeria Watch, and then you invite Kwam One to be singing, or and then somebody is bringing little pieces of paper so that you can continue to praise maybe Omoye, praise King Emeka. You see, little people will come and be giving them small, so that money will be raining. That's just how I see Agbado, Oshomole, Ganduje, and even what's his name, the one that calls himself Sanwo-Olu. That's what they're doing. It just makes a mockery out of everything. I'm still trying to understand. I'm still trying to understand why you see somebody who is clearly mentally unstable, an old man who is ill. The man at Bodilon, Agbado, is an ill man. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to mock him. It's a fact. He's not well mentally. He's unstable mentally. So you know what? I think the emergence of Peter Obi, he has kind of made people work extra hard for the money that you are giving them. Because I don't think Agbado envisioned that, politicking and campaigning will be so hard like this, because Peter Obi has set the standard. So they have to keep up with the Joneses. They have to keep up with Peter Obi's standard. Agbado all this while has always thought that, okay, we'll just do it like the way we did. We put Bubu. Bubu didn't appear. He didn't have to come. He didn't have to speak. But Peter Obi is making them run for their money. He has raised the bar so high that they're trying to keep up. So they're struggling. Agbado is struggling. His surrogates are struggling. They don't have any other thing. They are struggling so hard. They're even using so-called educated people, on social media to come and tell us useless statistics, and they are all struggling. They're struggling. They got nothing on Peter Obi. So when you see things like this, it just makes a mockery out of the entire system, the entire political process. It's just making a mockery. It's like we're just in a comedy stage. Senator Remy, please take your father and your husband inside house, or better still, take him to a retirement home. Please take him to a retirement home. I feel so nauseated watching this kind of shameless, retrogressive show of abysmal failure in politicking, coming from the APC, coming from Agbado and his surrogates like Oshomole, like Sanwo-Olu, and Ganduje, and the likes of it's so, I don't know, I can't even say sad. It's kind of putrid. I feel like throwing up. That feeling just raises your emotion, like you just become so livid, angry, like I can't, am I watching this? Seriously, Niger Watch, I put it in the private chat. I said, I started getting a headache listening to Agbado. It's like somebody's using syringe to suck some intelligence out of my brain. I'm not, I had to reduce the volume. I just couldn't hear I just didn't want to hear anymore. I just started developing some kind of headache, because if something that is not, something that is not mentally stable, or something that is not, is not even in this, in the orbit of reasoning, normal reason. Let's just say normal. Let's not even go too high. Normal reasoning. Somebody is speaking words. It's not coherent. It's not coming together as a proper sentence. It's like you're overworking your brain. You start to get headaches. So anyway, as per the Edo train issue, I don't know why people are expecting something sensible coming from a senseless deputy governor. There's nothing Philip who has ever said that was sensible to me. I don't know about you guys. So whatever he says, if you say it's a normal thing, like you don't expect less from somebody who is senseless. Seriously. And I don't know, that issue, I would say, I would split it into two, federal and state. The federal government, have refused to deal with the security of Nigeria, but we're trickling it down now to the state. What are the states doing? The state governors are one of the problems of Nigeria. It's not just Buhari. State governors, Federal House of Representatives, that the major issue. Now, going to Edo State.
But can't these people be sanctioned, even though they are the problem?
My dear brother, if you are talking about,
have the power to sanction them, right?
No, if you're talking about sanctions, what is going on in Edo State? Edo State has been enveloped with fear of revoking your CFO, fear of demolishing your house. Even the so-called media, ITV had to come out here because they know that this is a news that you cannot cut off because the federal is involved. All the things that have been happening prior to now. ITV, owned by Igbinejo, they have not brought it out. EBS, controlled by Governor Obaseki, they've not been bringing it out. So this federal train kidnap issue now, they are forced to come out, and then they I'm tired of all these speeches. I'm sick, tired, living of all these speeches coming from the likes of Mikano and someone like Philip Shaibu. I'm tired. This would happen again, just like what we said. What have we learned? What have we learned, people? What have we really learned? Well, from that train station, are you trying to tell me that the Minister of Works right now, or the one of Works and Transport, with that incident, you did not think that you should put cameras inside the train? Even in diaspora, the local buses have cameras because of incident. So we have not learned. We have not learned. Nigerians, Edo people, let me just, because you are saying, I have a lot to say, but I'm going to respect the 3 minutes. Nigerians, Edo people, wake up from your slumber. Wake up and smell the egusi, because Nigerians don't drink coffee. So I'm not going to use coffee. Wake up and smell the egusi. Wake up and smell the tuwo shinkafa. Wake up and smell the pounded yam.
Drink coffee.
Wake up and smell the begiri. Wake up and smell. Wake up and smell your suya that you eat. Wake up and smell it. Wake up. Let your sense of smell arise. Wake up. Wake up and stop. I won't say you drink coffee, because Nigerians typically we're not raised as drinking coffee in the morning, even if it's tea. But I'm trying to go to the local palace now. Wake up and smell the food that you eat. It's the same thing. Wake up and see the evil geniuses that are working against us. Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
Thank you very much. God bless you. All right. I would like to quickly acknowledge Andrew. Andrew, thank you very much for your super chat, sir. We appreciate you. Thanks for the encouragement. God bless you right there. I would like to appreciate Freedom Simple. Thanks very much for the super chat as well. God bless you. Thank you. Before we move on, we have a caller. I'm going to take 3 calls. Hello, Prince Collins. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. You have only 1 minute. Just go straight to the point. 1 minute you have.
All right. I'll be smart. At least I'll do it less than 2 minutes. I greet everybody. Briefly, I want to quickly tell us. The issue is this. They will never make this all right. Like the two we are talking about now. If we have to go to the standard and origin, we don't need to blame the states. When you in our modern days, in our computer age, when you build a trade like that, a system like that, you have to provide every resources that is necessary, every amenity that is necessary to provide security for such thing. So the state might try to be proactive, but they cannot see the unforeseen circumstances. They cannot stop that kind of thing. It's just to provide the necessary amenities to prevent such thing. And if they prevent it, they will be getting source of income again. That this thing is a business. We should know that Nigeria is a business right now. Crime is a business already. People are making a whole of money from people are making billions from crime. They can't stop it. The only thing that can stop crime is to have the head.
Okay.
As a head, and from there we'll begin to break it down. It will stop.
Thank you, Prince Collins. I would have loved you to be on the screen, but I will not see you today.
Yeah, there's no space. I've tried. There's no space. I'll try to come in.
I missed you. Thank you, sir. All right.
I greet you, bro.
Thank you, sir. All right. We have another person right here. Quickly, 1 minute. Bob Victor, thanks for calling in. Go straight to the point, sir. 1 minute.
Oh, thank you, Niger Watch. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to
God bless you, sir.
This call. I'm at my workplace anyway.
Go straight. You got to make 30 seconds for your 1 minute.
Yeah. You people, you have not concerning the terrorist attack on the train again. You people are not really sensing what is going on now. Anywhere they started this gimmick now. Anywhere Obi have a tough ground now, they are sending people there to create fear on the people. This is a kind of fear they want to create in those states so that they won't come out to vote, neither collect their PVC. They are trying to create this fear. They are still coming with another gimmick of strike somewhere else in Edo State. People, watch out. Another place now where they have a hotspot is where Obi is really kicking hard. They will go there and they'll take that place as an hotspot and they will create another fear there. That is all. Thank you very much, Niger Watch.
God bless you, sir, for sticking to the time. Okay. All right, callers, hold on. I'm not picking any calls anymore. Let me quickly move on to the next person right here. The next person is Tiobala. Tiobala, my brother, your 4 minutes starts now. In fact, 30 seconds don't come out for your 4 minutes, Tiobala. 30 seconds don't come out. You never answer.
Thank you so much, Najawa. This is a national issue. You don't have to be rushing me.
Go ahead, talk to us, my brother.
Thank you. It's really so unfortunate hearing this kind of news from our nation, Nigeria. I would like to start with this problem we are facing, especially this issue of train attack, is both the state and the federal government. We have to blame for this problem we are facing. And I also want you to know that a country is as good as its own educational standard. That is the more reason I wanted to ask a question earlier on. It's good to have a cheap education, but when you have a education whose content is poor, definitely you are going to have a society that Nigeria is facing today. The reason why I'm saying all these things is that security everywhere is being managed by technology, even prevented from happening. For those of us in technology, you know the concept of data mining. Before any crime will be committed or be carried out, there is a phone call. They make calls around. The next person, are you not coming today? There is a keyword they use. Even if they don't know to mention the full name, they use a keyword. There's supposed to be a database that record those keywords, trigger the command center. Then you'll be monitoring those data. From there, know the next step they are going to take, know the next attack. No matter what they communicate. We have CCTV camera. We have the Nigeria used to have all these what's it called space, all those satellites. But all these things are not being put in place. So it's so unfortunate. And if you still go back to the issue of security, the reason why I blame the federal government more is that this issue of state policing, they have been saying about since until now they have not done it. Okay, also imagine, can this happen in River State? Even if they don't have state police or not, with this one happening in the eyes of Wike, that is the more reason I'm also blaming my state governor for them not to be using the state resources to prevent all these evil and heinous crime be committed by these evil people. So I will urge the federal government to wake up, because we have complained enough. I have said so many things regarding all these sort of things, but it's time for us to start finding solutions. I remember when I was in one of the tertiary institutions in Nigeria then, I did a project on data mining. This was one of those things we proposed. Are you getting my point? This is one of those things I proposed. I can't start enumerating them now. Okay, if you come here in the United States of America now, if you are making a call, your call, see, they will not record your call, but there are some keywords you will mention, and they will start monitoring your call to know your next action. You don't just make a call person here, saying all sort of rubbish, saying all those gone, all those things. Before you know, they just come and grab you in your house before you even commit the crime. Though crime is still going on here in the US, but at least there's more reason they have all these things put in place. So we urge the federal government, if they are sincere in fighting a crime, to put in place the necessary technology and start tackling this issue of insecurity. The state governor should use the money being assigned to them every month, the security votes and all of that, to curb all this insecurity we are facing in the country, because they are the major cause. If all the state governors, let's be sincere, if all the state governors across the country are really doing their part, no matter how small or big it is, we won't be having this issue. How can all these people be living in the bush? How can all these people be living in the bush? Like, see, we have bears flying in the bush. We have this. See, we can develop a small drones that look like bear, that duck like a bear, fly like a bear or whatever, but have a camera and everything, be monitoring around the bush. You can see all these people. These are not rocket science. It's been done in several places. It's just for you to bring one or two people together, put all these things in place. There will not be any hidden place for criminal. I see no reason why we are living in a nation, everybody seems to be a blind person because of all these evil leaders. That is the more reason I would like to tie this train attack down to this election. When you don't have a good leader at the center, the nation will still remain where we are today. It's better for us to use this point, like what somebody just said now. They are using this as a sport, especially to attack different areas because of this, to create fears.
Okay.
To the people. But it's time for us to wake up. Let's wake up. Thank you.
God bless you, my brother, Tiobala. Appreciate you for your submission. Okay, let's move on now to who's next? Who's next right here? Amoyes Connor. Amoyes Connor, please talk to us. Good evening once again.
Thank you very much, Niger Watch, for another opportunity. So, I mean, with regards to Agbado's comments, I don't even, to be honest, personally, I don't even watch this guy. I don't bother myself because to me he's invisible. He's not even a candidate. So I'm not deceiving myself. If anybody on their side is holding on with their dear life, I'm not going to argue with that. But this man is not a candidate as far as I'm concerned. If his loved ones cannot see that this man needs attention, I don't know what else. I don't know. If everybody around him cannot see that, I mean, look at the video you played with Oshi telling him what to say. Even the Lagos State governor, they have to literally have cue cards ready for him like he's a baby. Like he's a baby to learn, like you're teaching a child how to say A, B, C, D, E. I don't know if that's not embarrassing. If that's not morally bankrupt on everybody's side that is around this man, I don't know what else is. The man has stolen enough that will continue after this generation that he has, his grandchildren, they will continue to enjoy the money that he has stolen. I don't know why people keep pushing this man to continue to make an entire fool of himself and his heritage. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. It beats my mind when people come out and listen to and they are surrounding him. So it is those people around him that are baiting him and pushing him to continue, and they are laughing behind this man. Most of the people around him, I tell you for free, some of them are not even going to vote for him. They know the truth, but they're just collecting his money because that's all they care about. You know, that's all they care about. So to me, that man he does not exist as a candidate at all. They're just trying to make him relevant. They're just trying to make him important because of the way the political landscape is in Nigeria. They're just trying to make the man important. He's not even on the list of people. He's not even the last person on the list. He's not on the list. He has not come out. Have you ever heard him come out and say, Mr. Nigeria, this is what I want to do for Nigerians? These are my plans for you people. This is what I want to do. Have you ever heard him? If these people were sensible, they should be on an apology tour, first of all, for peace to reign. But no, instead they are rubbing insult onto your injury.
Okay.
And they are telling you not to cry.
Because of time. Talk about the train.
Okay. So the train is really heartbreaking when I learned about that, because I have relatives in Igwebe. So it's really heartbreaking to hear that. And to now hear what this what's it called? The next to the president, whether not vice governor, did they call them, maybe assistant governor or PA, I don't know, to come out and make very flippant comments. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Deputy governor.
Deputy governor, whatever. It's not different from PA as far as I'm concerned, because they're not doing the work. It's not different. Now PA now is supposed to be. For him to just come out and just make very casual comments, people's lives are at stake. Families, children, parents. It is so infuriating when you listen to Nigerian news and the kind of things that are coming out. Where do you want these people to go to? How are they going to get those people back for their families? Where are they going to get the money? Because since they're in the business of bail of paying ransom and enriching themselves, where are these people going to get it? I hope they do what they need to do. We are tired of coming out and saying, oh, this one has happened again. Then another thing will come and take over it. Another one will come and take over it. What do
All right, Amoye's gonna. Can you hear me? Okay, your network is affected right there. We need to move on to the next person. We can't hear you at all. Okay, let's quickly move on to the next person. Amoye's gonna network is not pleasing right now. Okay, let's move on now to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, please, what can you say about this in 4 minutes, sir?
Mr. Najawatch, I think looking at that video you just played concerning Tinubu, there is so many of them trending on Twitter. In so many spaces, you see so many funny videos about Tinubu issue. I think the problem we have in Nigeria is not Tinubu, it's not Buhari. I think Nigeria citizens are the problem to themselves. If somebody can watch that video you just played, and even the worst part of it, people are on that venue, people are on that venue, watch everything that is happening, then watch it live, not on video, then watch it live, and they are there supporting Tinubu. Tell me, they are the problem to themselves. It's no longer Tinubu because you have given an option to liberate yourself, to separate yourself from this evil. You refuse to separate yourself. You refuse to liberate yourself. When you have been given options, it's not like you are not giving option. You are giving option. Please, can you remove yourself from here? And he said no. Like when they jail you in prison, the prison have opened and say, okay, go away. He said, I want to remain in prison. Are you not the problem to yourself? Nigerian citizens are the problem to yourself. So when you look at people coming out to support Tinubu and even cheering them, you ask yourself, are they really functioning? Like I said before, they are not functioning because anybody that is functioning won't be partaking in all such. I see it as a crime because anybody that is supporting Tinubu, that person is committing a crime. You are committing a crime to yourself, to the Nigerian cities, to the Nigerians, even to your own generation. That is a crime you are committing. For me, I can't see reason somebody will come out and support Tinubu because it's a crime. In all ratification, it's a crime. Even to God, it's a crime. So, looking at all the whole thing that is happening in Nigeria, because these are the same people that are putting you in the situation we find ourselves today. And somebody will come out, even if they are paying you, how much are people paying you? How much is somebody is giving you? Can't you sacrifice? If we can sacrifice, can't we sacrifice and say, okay, we need a better government? Because I believe once Nigeria is working, I will earn a lot. There will be more money for me. There will be more things for me. So if you are giving me 50,000 now, imagine when Nigeria will start working. Then I'll be having like 100,000. So why can't I sacrifice that 50,000 and get 100,000? So those are the problem we're having. Nigeria citizens are the problem. Like somebody said about that trend, I don't want people to begin to. I don't like this narrative that people try to push. Is about they want to destabilize the Edo people, not to vote for, maybe try to scare them. No. I don't think it's the reason why that thing happened in Edo. It happened because of insecurity in Nigeria. It happened in the Kano. It happened in so many places. It's the insecurity that we are facing in Nigeria, and that is the reason. Even that thing that happened in Edo now have pushed people in Edo for them to vote Peter Obi, for them to come out en mass. Because if you are voting Peter Obi, you are telling Nigeria that you don't want insecurity anymore. So all those things that I don't want people to begin to have this mind that, okay, if I come out that day, something, no, don't push that to people. Don't push that narrative to people because whatever they try to throw, Nigerians will jump and pass. So we are coming out to vote this election. And that election, they trust me, insecurity
Okay.
will not deprive people of voting election. They are not going to deprive people of voting election. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, Mr. T, it's your turn now. Use your 4 minutes.
Thank you very much. For the first video, I think it's kind of sad because I think Tinubu is he should just probably just go sit down and think about his life because he's old. We cannot shy away from that fact. And old age is a blessing, but he's making his own old age to be questionable. Because so what he's trying to do now is like by force, by fire. Regardless of his physical ability, of mental capacity or mental ability, he's saying no, it is by force, by fire. And that will just summarize what he said in London, that power is done by force, by fire. Because I honestly don't see how intelligent he is anymore. Because the likes of Oshomole and then Sanwo-Olu talking to him, he does make those things are not coming from Tinubu himself. Okay, put our videos side by side, Peter Obi, and just compare them. There's a huge difference there. Now, Peter Obi is speaking from the heart. Tinubu is speaking from word of mouth that was being told to him by either Oshomole or Sanwo-Olu. And so, who are you going to, if things don't work out, I mean, God forbid, he's not going to be the president. He's not going to be the president. But for example, in the other realm, if he becomes president, who are you going to hold responsible? We know he cannot become the president, but I mean, if things turned out the other way, who are you going to hold responsible? Because those things are not they are not his own words. They are the words of Adams Shemole or the likes of Sanwo-Olu and things like that. And this is why Nigerians need to open their eyes and then compare, make the right choice. Make the right choice. I mean, you imagine somebody like Rita or Omoye said, whenever you play Tinubu's video, it's like you're being drained. Like you don't learn anything. You don't learn. But listen to Peter Obi and listen to him over again. You will learn something. You will gain something. It's
okay. You have 1 minute 40 seconds left, please.
You learn something. And so on the Edo State train kidnap, most of these things are being staged. Most of them are being staged because, I mean, they know, and this is where the problem comes from. These governors and then whoever is in power just tormenting the people because they have power. It's a torment on the Edo people. Obaseki and the deputy governor, you guys are tormenting your people. And I wish you just make a change tonight and stop this evil act. Because all of these things are being staged against the people of Edo State. It didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen last month. Why now?
Why now? Yeah.
Why now? Thank you so much, Mr. Evans, for all that you do. Hopefully, Nigeria will be restored. I mean, will be restored, and the evil satanic people going around to platform to go canvass for Tinubu and Atiku. If you guys don't change, you're bringing fire on yourself and your family. If you don't change, if you don't change your mind, you're raining brimstone on fire on yourself and your family because the country is dying. And so all of you walking around from one place to another to canvass for Tinubu and the Atiku, you are raining brimstone on yourself and your family if you don't stop it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Mr. Alex Edo-Pikin, please use your 4 minutes now, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. About Mr. Tinubu, I think my two sisters, they've already said almost everything about him. But I'll just say something. I have 4 minutes, but I want us to close our eyes for just 20 seconds and imagine Tinubu, President of Nigeria, speaking to the world press. 20 seconds. Think about it. You see? That's the picture you have in your head, just like the one I have. God forbid that will never happen. Because if that happens,
I rebuke that.
Yes, in fact, you have to pray and cast and throw it into the pit, because that will be the end of all the intelligent people. That will be in fact, we will never talk anywhere in the world again. So I know that can never happen. These guys that are pushing him, Oshomole and co, we all know why they are doing it. They don't care for that guy. They don't care for him. They're just after, in fact, and these people are so wicked. How can you be pushing such an agenda? How can you be so heartless to be pushing such an agenda? Because Tinubu is an agenda to us. So like you said, my brother, and I think other people that just heard me, God forbid, it will never happen. Then coming to our own, what happened in Edo State. I was just having a chat, private, just some words I exchanged with Rita. I never knew our governor, Obaseki, would turn to be this type of person. Because I was imagining, I asked the question, I said, where is he in all this? Because for some time, I was having a conversation with someone. I said, in most cases, things happen in Benin. Things happen all over Edo State. I've never heard that this man will come out and address the people. Is he so big to even talk to his people? Why is he so? The only time I see him or hear anything about him is when they are demolishing buildings. So that is the reason why he's governor. So this man, in fact, I think I'm the most disappointed person ever, because I so believed in him, the way those people fought to make sure he becomes governor because of Oshomole. Because the Benin, we don't support anything that is evil. But I never knew that he's going to turn to be this type of person. And for that guy, the deputy governor, in fact, that guy, they will say na write off. It's a complete write off.
Yes, corner say na PA. You know yes now.
Okay, not true, because the guy na complete write off. He say that it's a normal thing. Just imagine kidnapping people is a normal thing. In fact, God no go. God, I know will curse anybody, I don't swear for anybody, but they will reap whatever they sow. That's the only thing I will say.
God bless you.
So thank you.
Thanks for the submission, my brother. I appreciate you. All right. I'd like to move on now to the next person here. Is a town hall.
Can I say something?
No, not your time, not your turn yet. You're gonna be the last person, Alex. The town hall.
Yeah.
Brother, talk to us now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So everybody that have spoken on this issue, they've spoken very well, and they have
We can't hear you. Your network is not. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
You cannot.
Your network is bad. We can't hear you. Sorry. Your network is still bad. It's still bad. Not good at all. Sorry, your network is too bad. Let me pick some calls. Hello, Mr. Chris. Thanks for calling in. You have 1 minute. Talk to us. Hello. Turn on your device. Turn on your device. Talk to us. 1 minute.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for hosting this program. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Dublin.
Thank you, sir.
I just only want to talk about the train attack in Edo State.
You have 1 minute, sir. Go straight to the point. Thank you.
Okay. The train attack in Edo State, just like the deputy governor said, is a normal thing, because that is exactly what they are planning to do. They want to use the Fulanis to overrun the whole country. You remember the Madala bomb blast? The guy, a certain Kabiru Sokoto, who orchestrated that bomb blast, immediately the president came into power. That is Buhari. That was the first person they released. Again, the Kuje prison attack, we saw what happened. That place is just like 40 kilometers to Aso Rock. And those people operated for 47 minutes. And there was nothing done. Nothing at all. And they left with how many number of people? And still nobody was arrested, nothing. Even the people that did the Kaduna train attack, till today, no single person has been arrested with respect to that attack. So, like the deputy governor said, he was passing a message to us that it's a normal thing. They know what they are doing. So it's an opportunity for all of us to wake up and ensure that we remove this government and bring in a new government. Voting for Tinubu is a continuation of these Fulani people. Voting for Atiku is even worse. Let's all of us rise up and know that the battle is real.
Thank you, sir.
Fulanis are at our door. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Mr. Chris. Thank you, sir. Okay. Town hall, are you ready now? You have 1 minute left.
Yeah. Oh, no, not do me like that. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, I said the point I was trying to make, a lot of people have already made my point, The people around Tinubu, they are not there for the interest of Nigerians. They are there for their own stomach infrastructure. You can imagine someone like Adams Oshomole. He's an APC man, but you remember what APC did to him. APC pushed him aside under the Buhari's administration. So he's seeing the Tinubu's opportunity as a means of coming into power by proxy. So they will do everything. They will push him. They will stop for him, and trying to push him into power. But that will never happen. Tinubu can never be the president of Nigeria. To summarize my point, the train attack. The train attack, by the word of Philip Shaibu, he said it's a normal thing. Well, in the current day Nigeria right now, attacks of kidnapping and all that are a normal thing. Maybe that is. I'm not justifying what he said, but I want to now clarify something that Tiobala made a very, very important point here. He talked about the power of communication, the power of intercepting communication, and I don't want us to believe that the Nigerian government does not have the facility to intercept communication. I want to tell you on concrete authority that they do have.
Okay, your network is not working again. Sorry, it's not working again. It's not working. It's not working. Sorry. Please mute yourself because it's not working again. We can't hear you at all. Okay, thank you. We are done with you now. That's a second attempt. Okay, I would like us to move on now to the next person now should be Emeka. Emeka, please, King Emeka, you have your 4 minutes now. Talk to us.
No, I thought you agreed that I can use 5
okay,
minutes.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for acknowledging my request. I will dwell more on the Edo train kidnap. We can all agree that insecurity is the order of the day in Nigeria, and it's quite a shame. The buck stops at the president's decks, and unfortunately, he's not doing or carrying out or exercising proper measures, security measures that can address the insecurity concerns in the country. For the deputy governor of Edo State to use the statement that it is normal, it's actually a shame. And I'm also happy you're bringing this topic up because it dwells more on governance and not politics. So, our leaders are very poor in governance. They speak big grammars, make big promises, but do not deliver. So, in many places or many jurisdictions in the world, critical infrastructures such as train stations, public buses, hospitals, even police stations, right? Critical infrastructures, they have CCTV cameras. They also have the presence of law enforcement officers around. I know, Elvis, you should be I think you'll be aware of that. I visit London very well, and you see them on the underground. You see the plainclothes and even uniformed police officers patrolling train stations. Likewise in Toronto here and in New York subways, you see them patrolling. We don't have that, and that blame lies with the federal government for not developing. When they are building infrastructures, they are not doing proper risk assessment on the safety and securities of these infrastructures, as well as those who are going to be using these infrastructures in the future, whether in the present time or in the future. So it shows the lack of vision, the lack of vision from our leaders, as well as them not being able to adhere to modern times. So for kidnapping to be occurring, and the first occurrence should be a lesson for them to look at it and say, okay, what do we do for situations like this not to occur again in the future? For it to repeat itself again, it's no longer a coincidence. I'm afraid to use this term, but maybe there might be some complicit situation going on here. You just don't go to a critical infrastructure like a train and kidnap people. It's strange. And also, what is the DSS? Who is responsible for our internal security operations? What are they doing? they are quick to go and arrest people who are either agitating or maybe speaking ill about the government. They know how to get those people within 24 hours or even less than 24 hours, but cannot pick up kidnappers who will probably be communicating, plotting, organizing themselves to go carry out a large-scale issues. Then back to the solutions that I wanted to talk about. These security issues can actually be addressed. That they are not doing so, and the repetition going on, like I said, might be complicit from law enforcement. I don't know, maybe the government. I don't know, but if the government is actually saying they are going to do something, this is the time for them to take it serious. What I would suggest as part of the solution is, one, you have to get security cameras in all critical infrastructures in the country. You have to have law enforcement officers, plain and uniform law enforcement officers patrolling these critical infrastructures. And likewise, in trains, you have to have security cameras inside. And likewise, in buses, they have to be cameras around to pick up these guys. And then the DSS must, like somebody rightly mentioned, and that is true, if you make a call and you begin to talk about child pornography, you begin to talk about kidnapping, you begin to talk about terrorist activities, the algorithm will pick up, and what do they call them again in the United? Homeland Security would start to monitor your phone call.
Emeka, they have it.
I know such similar measures happens in Nigeria. I know. I have been privileged to
yes.
Work.
The DSS has that capacity.
Yes,
they have
not work with I have recruited the DSS for specific services, and I'm aware that they have that.
1 minute to go. 1 minute to go.
Yeah, that they are not using it is quite strange, and I don't know why. So that's why I'm saying maybe what is going on, I don't understand.
Okay, then, I believe you. Since you've answered, can you use your 1 minute for, because we played two video, Tinubu, two different video where what's it called? For
the Tinubu situation, right? I do not want to join matters to that. It's not going to solve. I don't want to talk about things that cannot be solved. Things that can.
You can still talk about it. Nigerians.
I don't. You know, I will talk about it, but I don't want to dwell on. He's not going to leave the race. The man said.
Where's the noise coming from? Where's the noise coming from?
I think it's coming from.
Please stay mute now.
It's coming from a town hall. Different.
I'm sorry.
The man has said he's healthy enough. Well, he has said, I want to.
Yeah, no. We don't want to talk about the man. You saw when Oshomole is telling him what to say, and Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State Governor.
It's still reference to his ability to communicate. And probably, you know, the Tinubu I know of 1999, 2003 is different from the Tinubu of now. Right.
Thank God. I like that response.
We cannot excuse old age, right? But the man has said he wants to run. He's capable of running. Well, time will tell if he's able enough. If he wins the election, if he's able enough to handle the Nigeria complex situations, or if he's even able enough to go through the rigorous challenges that Nigeria would present itself. So for now, INEC can't disqualify him. Nothing would push him out. He's still going to finish the race. I would not want to dwell on those issues. Rather, we want to dwell on the political analysis of things that will go on. Those ones.
Thank you.
I don't think
your time is
time. Thank you.
Talked for 8 minutes, so that's a lot. Thank you very much. Because of time, we need to round up now. Alex, you're the next now before Mr. CM, who's just joining us now. Alex, your 4 minutes start now.
Najawa should give me more than that. You gave him 8 minutes. Anyways, thank you for your work.
Okay,
first of all,
5 minutes.
It's only in Nigeria mad sick people who win elections or they want to win elections. It's only in Nigeria people who cannot express themselves for 30 minutes without being aided, without campaign fraud. What we saw on that video is tantamount to campaign fraud, and it's a breach of the Nigeria Electoral Act. Why are you aiding a presidential aspirant, the most hallowed seat of a nation? This is the most sacrosanct seat of a nation. What is going on? Is Nnamdi Kanu right to say we are in a zoo? What bunch of animals? This is an election campaign, for God's sake. Osomole is not really educated. No wonder he had a lot of certificate issues. Primary school, at that matter. Ministry of Education was burnt down because of Osomole investigation. So when a bunch of illiterates are acting their drama, you just wonder if Nnamdi Kanu was right when he called us, he called our country a zoo, and he called our leaders baboons and animals. And some of us who are joining them are also animals, unfortunately. Because animals and animals roll together. Because how can you be aiding somebody who is writing exam? Because campaign is like exam. So this nonsense got to stop. If this was happening in Labour Party now, it would have been a different ball game. They'll be calling INEC to come and make sure Obi steps down because of his health issues. He's not fit enough. They will accentuate it. They'll make it conspicuous that the guy is old. But now because he's coming from the wicked ruling party, everybody's trying to say old age is a blessing. Old age is a blessing, but not for leadership. Don't even argue with me that Joe Biden of America is old. America have lights. America have security. America have good roads. America have good schools. America don't kill their citizens. You've unleashed killers on us. You want to come again and do more. Tinubu should go and sit down. And I call on DSS or whatever, the security apparatus. They should work and open the electoral act, because that's campaign fraud. How can you be, how can somebody be reading or talking to your ears while you are delivering your campaign manifesto? It's only in Nigeria. Shame on Governor Shomole. Shame on the ruling party. They just want to shove him into our throat. So let me go straight to Edo State problems. For me, that train attack, why are we blaming the federal government? You know you don't have a federal government. You have a bunch of killers, a bunch of criminals, a bunch of kidnappers who love drinking people's blood, who love kidnapping and collecting ransom. You will see they will pay money. So DSS is telling me now that they cannot trace those SIM cards. Edo State DSS shot a tipper driver just for a minor reason. Now look at them now. Your governor, the governor and the deputy governor. I call on Philip Shaibu for saying it's a normal thing. He has to resign. And I call on the governor of the state to also resign. I call on the House of Assembly, Speaker to take over the reins of government and declare a state of emergency with immediate effect. INEC has to conduct elections immediately. Edo lives matters. We are not commodities to be traded for political interests. So we have a bunch of Fulani people in government out in Edo State. Is it today they started killing people? These ones are not even dead now. They are just kidnapped. A man came from America. He came to Edo State to see his family after many years. He was going back. He was murdered. The videos were everywhere. The governor never said anything about it. Showare's brother, he was killed along Benin roads. He was killed. The governor came out because Showare is a big figure. He came out now. They are coming out now because the news has gone viral. We have a set of killers in government house in Edo State. Unfortunately, a set of ingrates who were rejected by their former party. Edo people came out en masse to support them. They give them a sympathy vote. And now they unleash killers in collaboration with those in Abuja. They are carrying, they are carrying on the Fulani, jihadist theory. We are Edo people. We are not Fulanis. We are not killers. We are human beings. Obaseki should leave us alone. We don't have a complete House of Assembly to make laws. Local government councils have been shut down. We don't have a democracy in Edo State. We have a tyrant. We have a dictator, a totalitarian, a despotic man, a nepotic man, a money monger. Our governor is not from Edo State. With all indications, he's a Fulani man who is killing Edo people for political achievements. We are aware of these things. And shame on the APC in Edo State, opposition party. Ize Yamu should be out. Who wants to be a governor? Speaking for the people. Acting like checks and balances. Judiciary cannot come out. Obaseki has put everybody in his pocket. So I'm not surprised if these people are not seen, or if their dead bodies are seen in a few days' time. Because our governor is working with the Fulani oligarchy to kill Edo people. He's fighting with the royal house. He's fighting with his party. He's fighting with his citizens. Edo State is under a siege. I call on Edo people to rise up. It's a democracy. We are not in a military era. We are not in a dictatorial era. We gave this man our vote. He has turned a big snake against us. So we deserve to be protected. The 4.5 million Edo citizens should come out and ask who is in government house. We refuse to be intimidated. We refuse to take this normalcy from the deputy governor, who are expected as a man who came from a poor background. He will be more reasonable looking at the journey so far. These guys have turned their back against us. They are working with the killer machine in Abuja. The earlier Edo State citizens wake up and take to the streets and invade government house in a peaceful protest, the better for us. Guys, it has been happening. This is not the first time. A lady called in and said her mother was raped in Edo State by 8 Fulani herdsmen, and her head was cut off. Our governor was quiet about it. He's still quiet. He only come to speak in the matters of budget allocation, IGRO. That's all you see him. Very wicked man. By now you will see a governor, a reasonable governor, a son of the land, come out to issue warning. Why are they not doing it in River State? Why are they not doing it in River State? Autumn is fighting back. Are they not human beings? So Nigerians, Edo people, look at how it is when you allow a godfather to give you a governor. We don't know this man. Oshomole brought him to us. He imposed him on us. This man was a fraudulent man in the early 90s. He operated a Ponzi scheme called Planware. You drop 5K in 3 days, you get 100K. He made away with the people's money for 20 years. He was in America. Later, he found his way into Dangote Group. And Oshomole brought him, our late king, banned him from Edo State. They begged for him, and look at where we are today. So if you don't elect your leaders the way Peter Obi is coming up about it now, this is the resultant effect. This same man was being accused as not being educated. Is it not obvious to us now that he's acting like somebody who didn't go to school? UI came out. I call on the VC of UI to be arrested immediately and tell us how Obaseki went to that school. Because a man who went to school will not behave like this. Nigeria, I'm very angry. As an adult son, our security has been sold. We are a kingdom. We are a people. We have identity. Benin was a kingdom, a great kingdom. It stretched up to the present day Togo, previously called Dahomey. It stretched up, to the present day Ghana. Ashanti Kingdom can attest to that. Man, guys, I'm very hungry. The Fulanis have taken over Edo State. Edo, rise up. Ask Obaseki questions. He's 7 years in power. He should present to us his report card. Education is zero. Security is zero. Agriculture is zero. Everything is zero. It's all about money, 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 money. Edo life matters. Thank you, Nigeria Wash.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I said it before that Obaseki failed woefully when it comes to insecurity. I've been saying that, and I've never ever changed my statement about that. This is the result. We are gradually seeing it. For some of you that were attacking me, Nigeria Watch this and that, you are seeing it now, because when we
do you mean only
listen to us. Please stay mute. Stay mute, please. Stay mute. Thank you. Madam Rita, you are trying to call in, but your network is not allowing me to pick you. Please hold on. Let's pick some calls quickly. I'll call you back, Madam Rita. Okay, yeah, I wanted to call this person back in the calling sense. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from. Please turn down your device. Talk to us. Hello. Hello. You'll be calling. You have more than 70 missed calls here. Now you got the opportunity. You could not talk. Hello, Madam Rita. You wanted to say something?
Yeah. Yes, I just want to say something. I don't know if people understand. If you have never been kidnapped before, you don't understand the gravity of what those people are going through. For the rest of their life, they will be traumatized. Do you know what it is to be kidnapped? Do you know where they are right now in the forest? Do you know how they are faring? Some of them have medical conditions. The fact that somebody put a gun towards you, if you never experienced it, I have experienced it, is a traumatizing thing. So when somebody says it's a normal thing, it's easy for you to say that because you have never experienced it. And I pray you never experience it. I pray your child never experience it. So don't ever support what Philip Shaibu said. Even if you say it's normal and you're trying to make excuses to say, this is what I mean by normal, don't even say it. As a leader, there's certain words you just don't say. How dare you say it is normal? Do you know what it is to kidnap? This minute that we are talking, do you know what is going on in the forest? Do you know if they're flogging them, if they're kicking them, if they're raping them
Thank you.
So that is why we are talking the way we are talking. And I understand the passion of where Sir Alex is coming from. So don't ever say it's normal, ever. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Naija, can I tell Madam Rita something? Please. For
please
1 minute.
Hold on. Somebody's on the phone. Alex, go ahead quickly. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Madam Rita, don't worry. If the killing continues in Edo State, let me tell the federal government and the state government, we will declare Edo State a nation. We will cut the boundary from Delta State down to Ore State, Ondo State. We will plant our flags, put our currencies, declare a nation and defend ourselves, protect ourselves. We cannot be killed. We cannot wait and be run over. We are working on that. We will declare a nation. We will declare Edo State a republic very, very soon, and we are very close to that idea. Thank you.
All right, caller. Hello, hello, sir. There's so much noise on your background, sir. You have so much noise. Turn everything down, sir. This is the last opportunity I have with you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, go ahead. Good evening to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, actually, I called before. My name is Friday Femi. I'm calling from Canada.
Talk to us, sir. You have 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, actually, this idea of calling our governor a Fulani man, I'm not trying to say I'm a supporter of Obaseki or no. It is wrong. I'm partly from Edo State and Ondo State. They are kidnapping in my state, Ondo State.
Are you justifying it?
I'm not justifying.
And so what are you saying? So if they are kidnapping in your state, it's normal to kidnap in Edo State. Is that what you are saying? You don't have better thing to say. Don't ever call this line anymore. You are one of the Fulani killers. Don't call this line. You know what rubbish are you saying? If they are kidnapping in Ondo State, it's normal to kidnap in Edo State. If they are kidnapping in Edo State, is it normal to kidnap in Lagos State? And you are calling from Canada. Some people call, you don't think, you don't have sense. I don't insult my callers. You don't have single sense to justify kidnapping, to justify killing, to justify raping. Holding people hostage is normal. And you are in Canada. Why can't you pack your load and go to Nigeria and prove to us you are there? Let them kidnap you and your mother, kidnap you and your sister or your wife. Can you call my line and be justifying killing on my phone? You are a disgrace to humanity. Don't dare. Hello, Mr. Benson. Thanks for calling in. Talk to us 1 minute.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Everyone in the house. Good evening, my fellow Edos around the world. I greet you all. Mr. Naija Watch, I watched the news. Was he on Arise TV? I was so shocked that this thing happened in my state. Naija Watch, how did I know about it? It was through this Naija Watch TV. I was watching you. You were talking about him. I said, okay, let me listen. And I listened, and we all contributed in electing this man back to complete his 8 years tenure. But now what I'm saying, if I'm to score this man, I will score him 2% insecurity. This man is so poor. I will also say, since we are the one who puts this man in that position, we should also look for and fight to get the next governor by ourselves, not this man trying to impose another governor on us. So I will say, Mr. Naija Watch,
Thank
this
you.
is what we have to do.
Of course, we will do that togetherness.
It's a problem to us in that state. Insecurity, this man is very, very poor. How would someone say it's normal to kidnap?
I don't understand.
I don't understand. People will call and say it's normal. What's normal? I'm here in Germany. So I know how many people that are working for me. So I respect everyone. If this man should be a councillor or a governor in this country, by now he will resign.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Benson Wilson. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I can't imagine. I can't just imagine some
I
people
have a question, Mr.
for
Harvey.
Christ's sake. Anyway, Leeds, you just joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. Good evening. Leeds, can you hear me? I have somebody on the panel with the name Leeds. Please unmute yourself. We can't hear you. I'm moving on to the next person right now. I can't
Can I
hear
have the
you.
question, please?
Oh, yes, go ahead with your question. Thank you. Mr. T.
I mean, I feel your passion, and then your disappointment. And so when the Emeka was speaking and talking about security. Now, the question I have for these people is, these guys now, like currently, maybe he's gone back to Nigeria now, the likes of Keyamo, they come to New York.
What's your question? Because of time.
Is it that they don't see what they do in the Western world? They don't see what happened in America or in UK. They see all of these things.
These guys have mansions everywhere.
They see these things.
They know. They are deliberately, weaponizing this suffering, kidnapping.
And somebody can call from Canada and then tell you that don't call Obaseki Fulani herdsmen because you live in Canada.
No, that caller is a disgrace. He's the first caller I've called a disgrace for the past 2 years or so, I guess. He's a disgrace. If you are listening to me right now, you are a disgrace to justify killing, to justify raping, to justify kidnapping, to justify any kind of attack on a human being. You are a disgrace to humanity. You are a disgrace to your community in Canada there. You are a disgrace to your own immediate family. You are a disgrace to your extended family. Mr. CM, please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir. Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I have.
Go ahead,
Good evening. Can you hear me? Please,
yes, we can hear you.
Please, how many minutes have I got?
You have 10 minutes because you just coming in. You have 10 minutes.
Okay. Obviously, what I wanted to do was, I think in Nigeria, anyway, Happy New Year to everybody. I keep saying it. May this year hold lots of promises for us, starting from February 25th. Actually, we learn a lot in Nigeria Watch. I had wanted to donate my time for Alex to speak on whatever issue he deems fit, probably in a more cool, calculated, educative manner. I learned something today from Edo Nigeria Watch, that the Ministry of Education at Edo State was burned down to forestall investigation into the certificate of former Governor Adams Oshimole.
Yes, you are right, my brother.
Yes, these are the type. I learned it from you, and I'm so grateful. So, Edo Watch, I donate my time. I know I've spoken elaborately on Tinubu. I'm not expecting anything different. And then Obi speaking at what is it called? Brekete family. Whatever he says is already in the open. And then what is the other one? This is a train issue. I've spoken about it. I thought by now something must have been done. So, Alex, please, if you can give us one more lecture. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Whatever it takes.
Thank you.
On anything.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Thank
grateful.
you.
I'm grateful. My dear brothers and sisters, the governor took oath of office. A governor that was ejected by his own party. He was rejected. He was disgraced, embarrassed. He rallied around. People abandoned him. Edo people rallied around him. He went to another party. Edo people came out en masse. Diaspora spent millions of dollars and euros, or hundreds of thousands, printed t-shirts, created different forum, created different, activities, sent money home. More than 3,000 diasporans flew back home to vote and defended their vote. A lot of them have been killed by the same person that they helped become a governor. Southern governors came together to say, let's put an end to the herdsmen killing nationwide, and let's the South produce president. The first person who betrayed them was Edo State governor. He went to go and be negotiating money, Ruga money. And he quickly formulated a law, a bill, sent it to the House of Assembly, that 20% arable land in every local government should be given to the Fulani, herdsmen to do their business. Everybody came out, including Nigeria Watch, the great Nigeria Watch, civil rights organizations. There was an extemporal and impromptu, protest at the government, at the State House of Assembly complex. The speaker, Marcus Onobo, another corrupt man, but he came out that day because of the pressure from those worldwide. He got the letter, he received the protesters. That was how that bill was thwarted. We would have been having Fulanis worse as it is right now. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Which governor takes vote to kill his own people? It's a nationwide problem. It's a nationwide problem. But when they want to destroy people's houses, they can control security apparatus. Who are you fooling? You say police is a federal government thing, but you are demolishing houses. You are taking over government land with the same security. The DSS, mobile police, the Navy, the civil defense, the vigilante. You organize the more than 10,000, security apparatus are stationed in 5 communities. They've marked 1,200 buildings. They've demolished over 300 already, and the demolition still goes on into next year. Is that not madness? If they continue, if you continue like this, we will come together, seek the blessing of the royal family. We will declare Edo State a nation. We are getting close to that era. We will not allow our women to be killed. A lot of people have been killed enough. We've been hearing about killings. All we can remember since 30 years now is blood, tears, and sorrow. We are Edo people. We have identity. So we will not allow this to continue happening. It's been almost 30 years now. The local government councils have been shut down. 18 local governments. No elections. There are no councillors. As we speak now, my dear brothers and sisters, our express roads are not pliable. You have to pray to God. If you are leaving Benin City to go to Ekpoma, to go to Auchi, you will see many Fulani republics invited by the governor's agreement with the killer machine in Abuja. So how he has banned mainstream media houses like ITV and EBS, headed by his own brother, a disgrace to his credentials, Don Pedro Obaseki. They don't report killings of Edos again. The only people that can ask him questions, he now infiltrated the royal house and brought some chiefs over. As we speak, they are plotting against the kingdom, the royal house right now. But they don't know something, that they are too small. Benin Kingdom had been in existence before Nigeria came to be. Benin Kingdom is known in Portugal. They were doing trading, exchange of convoys with the Portuguese those days in 1482, before the fateful invasion 1897 by the British and the NATO forces. Benin still had that identity. We still have that DNA. Obaseki has been a disgrace. Our roads are bad. He did roads that don't last 2 years or 3 years. A lot of them are always being patched every 6 months. We call them China roads, disposable roads. And our women in market are overtaxed by mafians who are overtaxing them with bodies. The same women were used for campaign. The same women were begged for votes. The same women receive you when everybody abandon you. Now you don't listen to them. Food stuff in Edo State is more expensive than anywhere in the country because of the inability of farmers to go to farm and the multi-taxation. Brothers and sisters, you may fool everybody. You may fool the aspirants with audio development. It comes to TV. We have a governor who we only see on TV, who we only see on social media. I've never seen him in a construction site. I've never seen him unveil projects. Apart from that industrial park, a one-story building. Is that all you have to show? And the completed Bermuda projects. The primary duty of every government at every tier, be it federal, state, and local, is to protect lives and property. What has Edo people benefited from this government? Our youth do not have access to loans. Our women do not have access to loans. They don't have access to government numbers to call in case of emergency. Brothers and sisters, Edo has been going through a lot for the past 3 years. This guy has shown his true colors. Now we know who we have in Osadebe Avenue. No true son of the land will be in power and allow strangers to be killing his mother and father. It does not happen. Obaseki is a stranger and he has demonstrated it. Unless you are cursed, you can't watch people rape your own mother. You can't watch people fight your own father. Unless something is wrong with your head. So we are not money lovers in Edo State. This is why we came behind him. We fought Tinubu to a standstill. We created a slogan, Edo no be Lagos. We delivered him with our votes. Even when Abuja could not help him. Even when Oshomole went to Abuja and wanted to have like 10,000 military personnel to join him, Edo resisted them. Tinubu brought his Bolivar money. Edo resisted him. So the only thank you we get from this bunch of criminals and whereabouts in state government house in Edo State is Fulani herdsmen. It's been going on. Students have been killed. Traders have been raped. Market women have been kidnapped. Travelers have been hijacked. A prominent pastor, Pastor Azena of of Apostle Suleiman's church, also gave his experience with these Fulani killers. Just like he had a tight security. He was the one that rescued many passengers that were almost, kidnapped on one early morning like that. He came on radio. Guess what? A call came from government house that program should be stopped. So we have evidence. We are not talking out of hate. It's strange. This is why a lot of us are just aggravated. We are not used to this. We are too educated to be bamboozled. They are not beginning to let us now look at the way of that prisoner of conscience, Nnamdi Kanu. They are not letting us know that we have a bunch of animals who will eat their own fellow human being because of political appointment, because of alliance to the Fulani oligarchy. We don't know Fulani before. We know Edo land. We know Benin Kingdom. We are respectful. We are educated. We like to enjoy life. We are very law abiding. We are not used to killings. We are not vampires. So he said, I want to talk to all media platforms. Start asking Obaseki, who really are you? He cannot speak Bini. He cannot speak Ishan. He cannot speak Afema. He cannot speak any language in Edo State. Is that not fishy? So for me, I'm not saying anybody who is a citizen cannot go elsewhere. But when you are not joining strangers to kill your own people, my dear brothers and sisters, this governor said he has no right over police. As the useless deputy governor said, that is a normal thing to kidnap human beings. His children are in Canada. We have their details. This useless deputy governor, his children are in Canada. So if he put the children in Canada, he said those citizens that are not normally liable to be killed and kidnapped. We are not stupid. We are giving him 7 days to address these issues and other killings that has happened in Edo State. Otherwise, we will take drastic measures. If the federal government continue invading Edo State, we will form an alliance with the royal house and declare Edo a nation. Edo is 4.5 million people. Some countries are just 1.5 million. We are not too small to be a nation. So let me round up, guys. We don't have government in Edo State. You have a bunch of thieves, highway robbers, a bunch of Fulani people in Edo State. It's a taboo. We must ask questions. Spread this word of freedom. Nnamdi Kanu was right. We are not Fulani people. We are Edo people, and we deserve to be protected. We deserve to be governed peacefully. It's not a crime to vote for leaders. These leaders have turned around to rule us with whips. So, guys, I'm very angry with the way things are going. A lot of us are watching from the sidelines. When you complain in Edo State, they bring bulldozers to your house and demolish your house, and they call it a government land. This is what is happening. Oppositions are all vanished because of the fear of demolition. This is the strategy you use in putting fear on people. But we are brave. We know that 8 years is not forever, but we will not even wait. If we hear of any more attack, if we hear of any more attack, we are invading government house for good with peaceful protests. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Everybody have contributed. We're trying to get leads earlier on. We're not saying anything. At least, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Before that, I'll come back to you. As you all can see on right there, you can see that it's been a while that Oshomole have been tormenting Nigerians. Oshomole is part of the people that brought Buhari to us. Check that signboard right there. Because in case some of us are forgetting so soon, it's better we remind you how it all started. I've told you guys that Oshomole is a Satan. It doesn't mean well for Edo people. It doesn't mean well for Nigerians. Look at him. He's part of these people that brought Buhari to us, and then he's forcing Tinubu on us right now. Okay, you guys can see that. Meanwhile, let's quickly see what Tinubu and Chetima is currently sharing that is circulating. I thought I should bring this to your own screen so that everybody can see this. This is what they are currently sharing. Please watch.
See what the APC give us, and just call me now and simply bring my voters card and give me 1 shirt, 1 key order, oil, pepper, and sardine sachet, Maggi, 10 pieces inside, 2 ingredients, 1 sugar, 1 salt, 1 gari, 1 jerrycan of gari, 1 jerrycan of rice, one Yarika and peace, a robber for her. Nothing again. And this one empty cell, nothing there, sir. See what they give us, see what they tell us for this country.
So before they give you this thing, what did they ask you?
You just ask me for my daughter's card. I give them the right, what they want right, then give me back and carry this one. Give.
So now we say this one now for the next 4 years now, they don't settle you with that now.
No, that is settlement with that.
Now they settle me with this. So this one now, how many days you go chop now?
This one 1 day now. This in them, never you wouldn't even say.
And now we say with this one now, you go vote APC now.
Me, I don't go vote APC. I will just collect it. Don't give me a collect. I don't go vote APC. What do they do for this 8 years now? It's okay.
It's good now. Anything where they bring collect them. Now you're right. After all, now APC they government. They do Christmas for you now.
This one na Christmas, other na New Year gift. I don't know.
So make you vote your conscience. Vote for the one where we say this country go better. We cannot continue to live in this little things when it go last us 2 days. Therefore, the next 4 years, you will suffer. Your children will suffer. Make everybody share your out. This is happening live now in Ikoyi.
All right. This happened in Lagos in Ikoyi. According to what this man is saying, he went to collect his PVC and they asked him who is he voting for. He said Tinubu. So they gave him this package, and he collected his PVC. But when he got home, Gary, Agbado, and everything they inside the package where they give him. You see, in fact, I don't know what to say about this. Unfortunately, we don't have time anymore. We'd have talked about this. This just came out now, so I don't have time. Let me hear from Late. Late, please talk to us in 3 minutes.
Yeah. See, what I was saying is so right. It's a truth. We keep letting bad leaders. How can you
where are you joining us from?
America.
America. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, what I was saying is the truth. Nam kind of warning us that these people can take over Nigeria, and they're starting to do that. They want to disrupt the election. That's what they want to do. They want APC to win the election. That's what they do. All the talks and the games. They want to stop the election so Tinubu could win the election. That's what they're doing. They want to do that for a reason. They have an agenda. They want Islamic. They have an agenda, and we in the South are not realizing the truth. Even the East is no more safe no more. The Southeast is no more safe. Now though, you see the one make every Nigeria no more safe. So we could do other nonsense. And I'm sorry to say it, Nakan was right, but we didn't listen to him. Not too late. Nakan was predicting this is gonna happen, and it's happening.
Okay. Thank you very much for your concern as well. Thank you. Okay.
But Mr. Elvis, sorry to interject you.
Yeah.
Based on this now and to what people are asking in the comment section, there is a need also to educate people. Don't give out your PVC card to anybody. Do not give out your PVC card to anybody. Do not.
Okay. It's good that you've mentioned that. That's why we all are here together. It's just I'm dumbfounded, to be honest. Look what Tinubu is giving to our people to vote for him. I cannot believe this. I just cannot. I'm speechless. To be honest, I don't know what to say. I think we need to talk more about this particular video again tomorrow. So I'm going to replay this video tomorrow where everybody going to have opportunity to talk about it. And the video is going to be shared right now straight on our WhatsApp, Naja's WhatsApp group. So endeavor to, if you are there, if you are not part of our WhatsApp group, send a message to our WhatsApp number, then we'll add you. Okay, so we're rounding up now, but we have Favor Oyinshi. I cannot really see your other name. Please, you're just joining us right now. Can you unmute yourself and talk to us in 1 minute? Favor? Your network is not pleasing at all. So I wanted you to have the opportunity to talk, but your network is not good. Okay, Mr. CM, you have 1 minute. Round up with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Niger Watch. Actually, I was so emotional with what Alex said. Alex spoke so eloquently, very articulate, and historical. Sometimes, because when we say this University of Niger Watch, we came here to sell knowledge and to buy, but we don't. Our currency is listening and the contribution. Not when we say buy, you think it's money. So in fact, I've learned a lot today. You see, some of these things, when we say it, I wish something like what the lecture Alex gave today about Bini Kingdom and what it means, using this train robbery or the kidnapping as a standing point to stake his claim. Whatever he says is gospel truth. Whatever he said and whatever he will even say, because I keep listening to him. You see, when somebody like Obaseki, I'm sure he will be hearing what we're saying, or somehow it will get to him. He has to ask himself a question: of what use are you as a governor if the people that voted for you are in tears? They are crying just because of your inability or weakness to do something. Even at that, at the scene of the incident, look at what your deputy said. That doesn't all go well. It does not help to wipe the tears of the people. Granted that we are not electing governors to be serving us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, I do not expect that you should be in the office. But sometimes you show
Okay.
that feeling that you care for the people. So today, exactly the way Alex put it, Alex spoke
Thank you,
on
sir.
behalf of the Benin people, and I respected him. Alex, thank you very much for using my time very well. I thank you.
Okay, you not give me your time, or you go give Alex. Eh?
Yes, nah, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, nah.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Alice, Edem, thank you very much once again for your super chat, for your encouragement. I want to thank everybody that joined us today. This is the end of the broadcast. Thank you very much, my people. Remember, without you guys joining us here, we cannot do this. That's just the fact. It's just like
Sorry,
mentor.
Niger Watch, before you go, my connection came back. I just wanted to quickly say thank you very much. Thanks to all the panelists. A special thanks to Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, your comments were filled with passion and audacity. I really appreciate who you are and what you represent. I'm so glad that I have a brother like you. So thank you so much, Niger Watch. Please, let's keep this fire burning. Now next month remain. Thank you all.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you all. So, like I was saying, I appreciate every one of you, all my panelists. Thank you very much for your time with us today. God bless every one of you. All our commenters. Wow, the comment section is busy like never before. Thank you, all our callers, except the only one that called from Canada, who is justifying killings, raping, kidnapping, and all that. So, every one of you, thank you so much. God bless you all. I want to say we are grateful. All those of you that have shared, that have liked this broadcast, thank you, thank you, thank you. Continue to encourage us to do more for you. It's not easy. That's one thing I want you to understand. This job is not easy. The more you guys encourage us, the more we have the energy to come back here. You know, yes, for now, it's just we need the push. Let's push ourselves. Push us, we push you. Push us, we push you. Then 25th of February is around the corner. By the special grace of Almighty God, we always celebrate because it's only Peter Obi. It's Peter Obi versus Peter Obi. There's no other option. Now God bless you now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all. Please continue to share our broadcast. For those of you that are going to be playing back this video later on, share our video, subscribe with us, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here. And let's talk together like we're communicating. When on a live broadcast is more fun though, because we can communicate directly straight away on the comment section. The Irish Finest, thank you very much for joining us. Although you came late, you and CM came late today. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
Niger Watch.
Yes.
Niger Watch.
Is it?
Please,
Is
do
it
you
Alex?
have any? Thank you, Mr. CM. I'm grateful for the gift. Thank you. That's my first New Year
Not to
gift.
worry.
Thank you for
Do
donating your time to me.
Do more research. Do more research.
Mr.
It's important.
Najawas, Mr. Najawas, is there any? Do you have any plans to look into this kidnap matter every day and follow it up until justice is done, to see how the state or the federal government is going to handle it?
Yeah, we are already planning something on the ground, which I will.
Thank you, Najawas. I trust you. Let us know how we can come in, please. These are fellow Edolites, fellow Beninese, fellow Nigerians. So let us know. The federal government is pushing us to start thinking of having our own country. We are thinking about that too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, my people. Now we draw the content. If we've offended anybody today, apart from that Fulani S-man that called from Canada, any other person, we are sorry. If we've offended you, we are not.
But it surprises me how somebody will be defending Obaseki. He said because they are kidnapping in his own local government and in his own state. Therefore, Obaseki should not be called a Fulani man because they are kidnapping both ways in his state and they do.
Exactly.
Mr. Evans, now laugh, I did laugh. Now laugh, I did laugh here. But if you like say, now laugh, I did laugh. But if you like say, now laugh, I did laugh. But if you like say, you know, even allow that guy making land before you attack him.
No, there's no
land. No need to land. Make go land.
Thank you for that action because it shows that you have blood in your vein.
I love
thank you. Thank you for that action.
He's defending a
People are in the bush. People are in the bush, my brothers. Najawas is not stupid. He knows. He has feelings. People are in the bush. It's not a joking matter.
God bless you, Najawas. God bless you.
It previously took us 3 months to plan investigation about when Fulani S-men newly moved to Edo State. We went to a village. We covered so many things, asked questions. We're already working on things right now. So I came on air here to let my Edo Light all over the world to know that Fulani S-men people, they don't come town. They don't rent houses around everywhere. Some people were attacking me here. Look what is happening today. Look. Correction.
Alex, correction. Wait, you don't say Obaseki knows at least you can hear Edo language.
It's true, no, it's true. I've never heard him.
He's a Fulani man.
Since yesterday, Obaseki hasn't made a broadcast.
Do you know why he's paying me? Why he's paying me is that the guy is not moved. One would have been hearing that he came out and he's crying over it, thinking about the welfare of those people that have been kidnapped and the trauma their families are going through. He has no feelings. He has no feelings. He has lost touch with us. We don't know who we have in our government house. That's what we are assuming and we are claiming. He must be a Fulani man.
And somebody from Canada say the problem with Nigeria sometimes is those in the diaspora. That's why you cannot see why somebody will come here and be talking of Tinubu. Yet when you ask the person talk on Tinubu, he say this is it. Imagine Oshimolo is giving him expo. Yet he couldn't talk. And somebody that Canada, if not that Rita is in Canada, I forecast that country. If not that, yes, he's from Canada again.
Wait, Mr. CM, that guy will expose Atiku. Maybe they don't go whisper that guy.
Well, I don't know, but what I'm particular about this Canada, Nigerians in Canada, it's only Rita. That's why, if not for Rita, I foresay something. But how can somebody be in Canada defending Tinubu? Another person is in Canada, phoning say, why should we be talking about Obaseki, calling him a Fulani man? That they are kidnapping in Edo and they are kidnapping in Ondo State. And so
as for me, I was not even concerned about insulting Obaseki. His statement by saying that they kidnapped somewhere else before. So what is a big deal?
Exactly.
In Edo State? That's what it means.
Exactly.
That's what got me angry.
Does he know what it means?
Mr. Tony just joining us right now. Mr. Tony, we are closing.
I know, sir. I just want to say good evening to you. I already you for say good night, sir. Good evening. But I just want to say that I'll be vindicated. I can hear some, I've not been appearing now because I'm kind of busy and I don't want to interfere with the political atmosphere there. But look at what I've been saying. That means I never cause Obaseki.
Are you in Canada?
No, I'm in Europe. You know that, these are the job that I've been doing here, try to fight that Obaseki is not a human being, that is not an Edo State, it's not a Benin person, it's not an Isha person, it's not a Yoruba person, because these are the people that you find in our zone. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, the mother brought him to come and marry somebody in Obaseki family. You know, you're something, he was already born somewhere because all his antecedents. So that means I never cause a rich. When I say
Niger Watch, can you imagine? Niger Watch, can you imagine you as you are on Niger Watch, the children you suffer to bring up, God forbid, turning against you, to invite people against you. That's what the government is doing. He's not one of us. I dare him to come out and speak Benin or speak Isham, speak any Edo language. I dare him.
Or Yoruba.
He's not one of us, so he does not have feelings for us. He doesn't have feelings.
So
one would be thinking he will make a press release warning the federal government against this Fulani invasion for 3 years now. It's been happening. Do you know how many have been killed?
Alex, it's okay. I'll be vindicated anyway.
Don't use me as an example, please. Don't just.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry.
Talk about the situation.
Thank you. So we have been vindicated. We have been vindicated. Okay. So we have.
I'm sorry for my example. I'm sorry, but I was just trying to explain something.
Okay.
That guy not get picking. He not get picking because the way they
do. Okay. No, we are not saying that, but we just need justice.
Stop that. Don't say that here, Mr. Tony. Please, not here. Mr. Grant, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. You are in Canada. We know we have good people in Canada. You know, we have a moderator in Canada. We have Canada. Not that Fulani that called me earlier on. That one is Fulani. So he was justifying killing. Anybody that justify killing is not allowed here.
They kidnap here.
Thank you very much, my people. I will say good night. Bye for now.
Thank you.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go there, biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. Forgive me, show me love, oh, I go show you love, eh. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me, show me love, oh, I go show you love, oh. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. They do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun nàbí. Alákọ̀bí sábà mẹ́la. Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti finishi. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o, délé o.
But I want to say that whoever is planning and plotting wickedness for this country, whatever pit they are digging, they will be the ones that will fall inside. And I want to bless God for the life of all the obedient movement all over the country. For the high spirit. Let me hear the obedience shout. Now I want to say to you, all of you, the millions of obedience, you either fan the flames and keep the fire burning by conquering the evil, or you allow these evil ones to quench your dreams and destroy your lives and your destiny. You started well last year, that all over the country you were sponsoring yourselves and you were leading the rallies, one rally after the other. And we must push through. We must not slow down. We must finish well. We must sing the real song of a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria is coming in the month of February. Some people said the last time you were talking, you said curse on anyone that votes any wicked person. I will say it again. Anybody that will join hand to bring darkness over Nigeria, God curse those people. I'm not the one only speaking. Go and check the way God said. Any hand join in hand to do wickedness, God said it shall not be well with the wicked. Peter Obi is not standing for himself. He's standing for the masses. He is not the one contesting. The masses are contesting through him. He is not standing for any specific tribe. He's not standing for any specific religion. He is standing for all tribes and all religion. He is the hope of the common man. With Peter Obi, Nigeria will be great again. Following me, we will vote for Peter Obi and Daddy Yusuf Ahmed. Stand on your feet and shout, yes!